Oh, my timer's off on the other one, and I don't think my audio is back. But welcome to the Pop Culture Jungle. We're gonna go ahead and welcome people in so I can find out if I can actually hear anything. We're gonna start off by my co-host, who's always technically on the couch, but that is not with me today, Justin.
I'm here. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
I can hear you, so
Okay.
that makes me happy. Like it freaked out, and all of a sudden I lost all audio, so I'm good. So, what do you think of the new little soundtrack on the way in?
It was fun. I was hyped. We're getting comments from
Unless I'm glad
YouTube
you can
that
hear
were,
us.
oh, okay, wow, you can pull them up. I forgot. That's the thing now.
Yes, it is. Just like I can go and pull up yours from Twitch. Haha.
Wow.
Which I'm really surprised that's the notification. I thought we went live on Twitch since then, but apparently not.
Apparently not.
Anywho, we also have back with us Jamie, who
Hi guys.
got
Jamie.
back to Utah from California because he wanted to go and play in the snow more than stay hang out in the sun.
No, I have a job that I had to get back to.
That's fair. Anywho, any updates from you guys?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about them.
Basically.
Besides that, but okay, I guess we'll just jump right into
I
it.
got a new Roosevelt shirt, and I'm wearing it now, but you can't see it.
Thanks. That's
Yeah.
absolutely helpful.
I got one at D-Landers.
I got it from the Your Friendly Neighborhood drop. Of course. Spider-Man.
Oh, it's one of the new Spider-Man ones.
Yeah,
okay.
It was the comic panel one.
Oh yeah, that one looked okay.
I wasn't a fan of the other ones.
Anywho, I guess we'll jump into it, and we'll start off over in Walt Disney World, where a former Disney employee accused of changing menus and hacking has pled guilty. So previously, there was a story involving a Michael Schuer, we're gonna go with that, who was accused of hacking into Disney menu systems and changing prices and even the allergy information. He has pled guilty in federal court.
Ooh.
He was reportedly fired as a Walt Disney World menu production manager a few months before his arrest. Even after his termination, he is accused of hacking into a third-party menu creation system used by Disney and making changes like adding profanity to menus, adding a swastika to a menu.
Oh my god.
I don't know if technically we're supposed to be able to say that, but we'll find out what YouTube says later. And redirecting QR codes to a Boycott Israel website.
Wow.
Let's say disgruntled employee?
Just a little bit.
He's also accused of changing allergen information to indicate that food containing peanuts was safe. He also changed the fonts to Wingdings, which required a backup restoration that took days to complete. According to the article, Disney did catch this issue before the menus were distributed.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
My problem is they're all digital menus, so they say they caught them before they were distributed, but
how do you do that?
Other accusations included targeting upper management employees with targeted DOS attacks involving using incorrect passwords to lock access to the system. He's been charged with 2 counts. One count addresses the internal damage that results in a loss of at least $5,000 in 1 year. The second account is identity theft. The court count 2 has a mandatory 2-year minimum sentence. So count 2 carries a mandatory sentence of 2 years imprisonment to be served consecutively to any term of imprisonment for count 1, as well as a $250,000 fine, or twice the gross gain caused by the offense, or twice the gross loss caused by the offense, whichever is greater. I don't think she's going to go ahead and be dealing with it, too much of this anymore. I mean, if you get mad at your employer, and it be the Disney company, you probably don't want to go ahead and hack into their systems.
Why not?
Big company and lots of money.
It sounds expensive.
Anything you guys want to add?
Where's this article from?
Oh, this is from Pirates and Princesses. I need to remember to do that at the beginning.
Yeah. It's a good thing that it was caught before, because like people could have died.
Well, And that's what I'm curious about, because again, they say that it was caught.
Yeah.
But who's not to say that everything was necessarily caught on the back end? Because we did have the incident where the woman was served a peanut item and did pass away. And that would have been, I believe, around the same time all of this was going on.
I think you're reading into it too much, because didn't they like have like that was like a sit down, wasn't it?
It
Where,
was
like,
at
they
a
would
sit.
have physical menus.
Correct, but when they asked the waitress, it came out that the waitress went back and checked the system. The system told her that it was safe.
Oh, I see.
So let's just say that it did not affect, in this case, the menu side and the guest side. The cast member on the back end could have seen it. I mean,
I see what you're
again,
saying.
that is me digging into it, but who's not to say that there's not other cases like that might have happened?
I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
that's really
think-
scary.
I think Disney more so saying that it was taken care of before it got out, just to try to protect themselves, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we can get into a little one, and this is going to start up some conversation with you, at least, Job. I know that much.
With me.
Is this a sign? Both Frontierland's entrance signs are now missing at the Magic Kingdom.
I don't think they're missing.
Correct. Disney knows where they are. When I first saw this, I was like, "Oh, this is a nothing article. I was going to skip it because
Nothing burger.
they probably are just restoration, whatever." However, there might be more into this. So over the next few years, Frontierland will be changing into Frontierland. I hate that line. Anywho, a better Frontierland with cars that talk. Walt Disney World has announced the ambitious plans to drain and demolition the Rivers of America, Tom Sawyer Island, to prepare for the construction of Cars-themed land. Work on the Cars-themed expansion to Frontierland will start when Disney gets through the permitting processes. Now, we can skip these items that just talks about Frontierland. The entrance sign removed. Some 16 months ago, the first Frontierland sign disappeared. It wasn't too big of a deal at the time, but now we are starting to wonder why it hasn't returned. The sign in question was at the entrance of the sign in question is the entrance sign from Liberty Square. It is a nice sign, simple with messaging, yet effective. It hung freely on a small wooden structure near the Disney Vacation Club. So here's the sign that they're talking about. I mean, you can clearly see in the picture. I don't know when this picture was taken. It needed some help. It needed some love.
Yeah,
It's a little old.
but that's not a 16-month project.
Correct. And again, here it is where it's missing. Congrats. So the question is, what if the lack of what if the lack of a sign is itself a sign? To put the removal of a sign into perspective, let's go back to summer 2023. We knew something was going on. It's happened beyond Big Thunder Mountain, but the skies were decidedly blue around September 2022 for beyond perhaps transferring into something else for the time being. That's when the sign was first removed. As summer turned to fall and fall turned to winter, the Frontierland sign did not return. The new version of the Country Bear Jamboree did open, and Disney had plans. Disney had announced that plans for Frontierland to remain. However, now the second sign is gone, and the first sign still has yet to return. So the question is Frontierland coming back to the Magic Kingdom? Or is the land going to change?
Like change names? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Change, just be something new, technically.
I mean,
Again, the complaint people have had is that Cars doesn't fit into Frontierland.
It does, but it doesn't.
yeah.
And then on top of that, you're going to have Country Bear Jamboree right there, so that makes sense to be in Frontierland. But I don't know. That's why I was like, okay, there's a bit more. There it is. There's a bit more into this article that we might need to discuss and think about.
If anything, I don't think the spirit of Frontierland's leaving. The name might change, though, to reflect something different. I don't know if it's going to be like the West or something like that. with the cars ride, because isn't one of them planning to be more like of an off-road thing?
That is the ride that is planned. Is a
Correct.
off-roading derby rally racing.
So instead of maybe Frontierland, which seems to be more stuck in the past, it could be outdoors or something like that. Don't know what you call it.
Well, because that's where, again, as it goes on to talk about. So this is the sign that was between Pirates of the Caribbean and Frontierland, and this is like covered by, like this sign doesn't get damaged that much, and it looks in great condition, and it's gone.
My question is, like, if they are going to change the name, why would they take the signs down now? That's the part that doesn't make sense about this.
Because Big Thunder, which is the biggest part of Frontierland, is closed for the next year.
Yeah, but it's still Frontierland without Big Thunder.
But if you're going to start working on a rebrand, why not start now?
Get people used to it.
Because you can put up the new signs when the new signs are ready instead of just leaving it empty.
I mean, I will agree with you on that. It's odd. And, like, it's clearly just been wrapped up.
Tarped off. Oh, yeah.
Like, it's really, really odd. And so, like, even they go on to say...
18-month refurbishment of a sign.
Yeah, I mean, it makes no sense. Besides the fact of a possible rename. But, I mean, I'll question it back this way. What do you call that space then?
Yeah.
I mean, because this whole walkway, Jamie, it's been a long time since you've been in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So along this side over here is the Rivers of America, which is where the new land is proposed to go.
Okay.
Or the new attraction, I should say, not new.
I was just gonna say, is it a new land or just some attractions?
Just a new attraction. Country Bear Jamboree is here.
Okay.
No, sorry, it's here. This is a little shop. And then Pico Bill's, which is a restaurant, is back here. But everybody's been talking about how that's probably going to change anyways to become like Tiana's.
Okay.
So what do you name then this stretch of land here that's going to be Country Bear Jamboree and a Tiana restaurant? Because Tiana's and Big Thunder Mountain are way over here. It's a weird layout of an area.
Yeah. IP Central.
Wilderness.
IP Central.
The wilderness. Because so it's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
The great outdoors.
The great outdoors.
It keeps you from growing old.
As long as we get the Country Bears singing it again, I'm all for it.
But I think that might be the way they're going. I just remember in Disneyland, they had the signs right by the Tiki room. That one was gone for years, I thought.
But that one was also, there was a lot more structural repairments that had to be done with that one. And because that one goes over a big walkway, where these ones are little signs that just, again, this sign legitimately just hangs right here.
Yeah.
Because they keep this pathway clear because of the parade floats.
Yes, but that was years that the sign was down.
Mm-hmm.
So that, or also with there's nothing in Frontierland, why keep your signs out getting damaged?
True.
Yeah.
That's the other side of it, is with Frontierland basically coming to a pause for a little bit, for at least a year as they redo Big Thunder. So like you said, that's the biggest draw right there.
Yeah, because we know Tiana's by Adventure is not.
So why leave your signs out if no one's heading that way anyways?
Joe, I'll give you a last comment if you want anything on this one.
It's been beaten to death, but I think Cars is lame for Frontierland.
Yes, but I still am on the side that, to me, filling in the Rivers of America is not necessarily a bad thing if it's a good idea to put there.
It's just not a good idea to put there.
That's just not a good idea. I still think we're going to go ahead and I'm going to switch this for a second.
It's not like our park where you can just you can't really touch anything because Walt touched it.
Yeah. Magic.
That's the really hard thing with Disneyland is Walt touched it. So do we change it? How do we change it? Can we change it?
Exactly.
Disney, I just want a map.
Give map, Liz.
Map. Gonna work? Maybe. And oh my jeebus. There it goes. Yes, I wanted to be zoomed out to Timbuktu for this. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
so you can see
appreciate
everything.
when I picked
Oh my
Magic Kingdom
God.
to zoom way out to the middle of nowhere. There we go. No, see, my whole thing is, and why I'm okay with this area being filled in.
Can you orient me where we were in the pictures?
We were in that last picture. We were like right here.
Okay.
We're in this spacing here. We were facing this way.
That's
'Cause,
closer to
we were right here.
yeah, right there.
Yeah, we were right here. I had to figure out where my restaurants were because this is the Hall of Presidents, so we were like right here looking in. My whole thing is, if you are at Haunted Mansion and you're trying to get the Thunder, this is a hike.
It really is.
This is so long to go.
That's
like
one thing.
for Jamie for reference, it's the rivers of America are bigger than our rivers of America.
Yeah, it's worse than when you would want to go from Winnie the Pooh to like Fantasyland and ours, because that was a hike too.
Yeah.
But that's the nice thing about Galaxies. That's just added a connection so you could walk around.
On top of that, the other part is the parade comes up and goes right along this route here and then cuts across. So it means this whole area here on a busy day will get backed up. So be it that we don't put the attraction here, I still think there needs to be a connection here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a bridge to go across or whatnot. And I mean, people talk about the riverboat. I've never seen, I mean, I haven't been there very often, to be fair. I've never seen the riverboat actually used. So, like, even if you wanted to keep the island, you just made a bridge across on both sides. I think that would be better than the current situation.
Okay.
But that's why I needed to pull that screen, because I wanted to go ahead and get a visual reference there.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Ooh, we're not there yet.
Spoilers.
Oh, where was that from?
Oh, Vlog Mickey. I need to do that at the beginning.
Yep.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
So, George, where is this next article from?
That's what I was going to start with. So, Jamie found this next one over at Animation Magazine. And the Disney Renaissance artist, animator Mike Toth passed away in December. Jamie decided he wanted to bum us out partway through our episode. Mike Toth, a character and effects animator whose careers span many iconic television and film productions, including classics of the Disney Renaissance, died December 29th, 2024. The news of his passing was announced by his daughter. We're going to skip through that.
He worked on some really amazing stuff, though.
So, according to Magpie Agency, Toth grew up admiring the Warner Brothers cartoons of 1940s. He began his dream career as an animator in 1978 at the Filmation Studios, where he worked on iconic Saturday morning cartoons, including He-Man and She-Ra, Fat Albert, Tarzan, Brave Star, Ghostbusters, and the New Adventures of Tom and Jerry. He also freelanced for Bill Mendez on the Peanuts projects, Snoopy's Reunion, This Is America, Charlie Brown, and The Spring Training, Charlie Brown. When Filmation shuttered in 1988, Toth moved to Bear Animation Studios, working on commercials for brands like Green Giant and Chewy. The end of the 80s brought him into the Disney fold, working on theatricals of Roger Rabbit short, Tummy Trouble, and the Mickey Mouse take on The Prince and the Pauper. Toth then began working at the Walt Disney Feature Animation Studios in Burbank in the mid-1990s, where he helped bring to life many beloved movies, from The Hunchback of Notre Dame to Hercules, Mulan, and Tarzan to Atlantis, The Lost Empire, and also Home on the Range. I don't know who really remembers Home on the Range.
I do.
I do.
I am sorry to you both, because all honesty, I don't, and I'm an animation buff. One of the last handful of hand-drawn movies released as the studio phased out of 2D productions. Toss also worked on the Disney Oscar-nominated short film "The Little Match Girl." The studio laid off a majority of its 2D animators in 2013. In his later years, Toth continued to share his love for animation, appearing at local Comic Cons across the country. So, it's sad. He did some great works. I mean, working on Roger Rabbit's Tummy Trouble, that's a fantastic short. I don't know if you've ever watched it, Jamie, but I highly recommend it.
I don't think I have.
And then, I mean, Hercules.
Yeah.
Nope.
And some other great movies in there too, but
yeah.
No. Just Hercules.
Just Hercules?
Yeah.
What about Atlantis?
Mulan.
It's all right. Mulan's all
What?
right.
I mean, Mulan's all right. But keeping with Hercules, Disney Cruise Line is hiring performers for the new Hercules show and Marvel characters on the Disney
Let's go!
This is coming from DCL News today. So Disney Cruise Line has posted several auditions for the new Disney Destiny cruise ship.
Okay.
The posting for singers, dancers, and actors, including the description teasing Disney Cruise Line's new Disney Hercules show. So, gonna shout it from the mountaintops. The Disney Destiny cruise ship will launch late 2025, featuring the much anticipated exclusive to Disney Destiny, Disney's Hercules. Director choreographers Marcel and Kevin Wilson will bring to life the fresh and modern take tailor-made for a live theater audience. Frozen, a musical spectacular, and Disney Sees the Adventures will round out the repertory offerings. We'll hire a skilled cast of repertory singers, actors, and dancers for the Walt Disney Theater. Rehearsals are targeted for mid-2025 in Toronto, Canada, and be a part of this groundbreaking experience. Disney Live Entertainment talent casting strives to represent the culture and ethnic backgrounds of our diverse characters while continuing to maintain the embodiment and artistic spirit of these roles. We also aspire to create a more inclusive and accessible world by reimagining the way we tell stories and who tells them. Disney Cruise Line Walt Disney Theater Productions have an inclusive casting approach, open and welcoming all performers for all roles. So they are looking for main stage vocalists to portray the Muses, Hercules, Meg, Phil, Pain, and Panic. These postings also list Frozen characters Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, and the Duke of Weaselton, as well as Tiana, who featured in a song on the Disney Seas the Adventure. This is Disney Cruise Line's second Hercules show. It will be narrated by the Muses with updated musical arrangements and a new ballad, Shooting Star. And then Disney's the rest of that's just carried over from other ships. Postings for character performances list the following characters. Performers portraying female identifying look-alike roles such as Belle, Cruella, Maleficent, Mirabelle, Moana, Mulan, Princess Rapunzel, Princess Tiana, Ray, and more. And they're also looking for male identifying performers looking like Black Panther, Bruno, Captain Jack Sparrow, Dr. Facilier, Loki, Spider-Man, and more. The auditions will be held in New York, North Hollywood. I don't know about that anymore. That might be moved to Anaheim. Atlanta and London throughout January, February, and March. I really doubt the Hollywood one right now. Rehearsals will be in Toronto, Canada in the mid-2025. And the Destiny is supposed to be leaving on its maiden voyage in November 20th of 2025. Which kind of concerns me because Moana took a year in production before they got it to the ship, and they could not get it running for like the first 2 weeks. Not the first 2 weeks of test cruises, I should say. So are they just doing a smaller show for Hercules, or...
I hope not.
I mean, I hope not also.
Similar elements too, which helps.
I mean...
I'm really hoping... Oh, good.
I mean, Moana has like massive props of Tafiti and the boat, so maybe those were more the issues that they had to take longer on.
I'd assume so,
but I would assume also like the Titans at least would be big puppets.
That's That's
unless we're not doing the Titans.
Might not be. Might be simplified. I was hoping that this would give us more insight as to new Marvel characters appearing on the ship, because this is obviously like a Marvel ship as opposed to the other ones, right?
Yeah.
But I guess not. I guess we're not getting anybody new.
Well, I mean, Loki's not normally on the ships. That's more of a.
I guess, yeah.
And I don't think the Panther is normally on the ships. They're normally only there
Panther
for
is.
like.
Black Panther is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Then I've missed him every time we've been on the ship.
Unless I'm hallucinating, but it would make perfect sense for him to be on the ship.
Absolutely.
George,
The one
don't worry,
was
I've never
surprised-
seen Black Panther on a ship either.
Well, we're gonna get you on a ship here, on a Disney ship soon. The one I'm more surprised by of this entire listing was Dr. Facilier.
Yeah.
Especially since we did have, going into Tiana's by Adventure, the whole push that we can't do Dr. Facilier anymore. Now we're hiring for a new performer for him for the ships, and they just started selling new merchandise for him in Walt Disney World at Tiana's by Adventure.
Why couldn't they do him?
Because it was cultural inappropriation of a religion was the ruling that Disney gave out.
Maybe they just don't want to use him for anything, for like new content, but using him continued in the same format. I don't know.
Well, I mean, part of it when we're talking about him, part of it when it came to Tiana's by Adventure, they didn't want to have a voodoo doctor because voodoo is bad. So Mama Odie is now the Bayou fairy godmother. It's weird. There's a lot of weird with that. He's a great character. And what?
It also canonically doesn't make sense because it takes place after the film, so it wouldn't make sense to have Facilier.
Correct. And I do agree with that. It's weird that Disney was trying to distance themselves so much from him, but yet he is still a very popular villain because of his charismatic like attitude and such. And when he's in the parks, he's always busy.
Yeah.
That might have something to do with it.
I think that's why he's coming back out, is they're admitting that they can't just erase the character that people like.
That's fair.
But keeping with the Disney Cruise Line, over there at the Disney Cruise Line blog, let's go reader mode. Is that better? That's better. Disney Cruise Line is also seeking puppeteers for the opening cast of the Disney Adventure. This week, Disney Auditions put out a casting call and search for puppeteers to be part of the opening cast aboard the Disney Adventure with online submissions. Specifically, Disney Cruise Line is seeking large puppet operators, rod and hand puppet performers, exosuit puppet operators, as well as specialty puppet roles.
First off, a lot of respect for the guys who do that. That's so hard to do.
Oh yeah. Like puppeteering is such a cool art. For those who are questioning which one is the Adventure is the new ship coming to Singapore. It is Disney's only ship that is going to be at this moment based out of the Asian market. There is a fourth Triton class ship that is going to be going into production after the Destiny, which will be owned by the Oriental Land Company over there also. But that'll be probably Destiny is 25.
25.
So that's probably going to be 26, 27 is when that ship will launch.
I'd assume.
For the first time in forever, Disney Cruise Line is casting for puppeteers. Sail into history as Disney Cruise Line's adventures setting off in 2025 from Singapore. Be part of an unparalleled opportunity as we launch our newest ship with an inaugural cast that will bring Disney's magic to the high seas like never before. So they're seeking the large puppet operators, seeking strong, skilled performers to operate large-scale puppets for an upcoming show and immersive experiences on board. Must have experience with full body or puppet suit operations. Casting needs in heights of 5'7" to 5'10". So Justin, you were too tall.
No.
I could do it.
I could do it. I'm right at the edge of it. I could do it. I would not be skilled enough to get one of these roles.
Same.
Rod and hand puppet performers looking for puppeteers with refined skills in rod and hand puppet manipulation to bring beloved characters to life in our onboard productions. Hand and rod puppets is majority of the Muppet cast.
Okay.
Large puppets would be like Sweetums.
Yeah. That'd be like a lot of puppet suits.
Or Big Bird technically is a large puppet.
Okay.
Exosuit puppet operators are performers with experience or interest in using exotechnology. They're encouraged to apply. Training will be provided for select roles. I have no idea what that means.
My only guess is like
Iron Man.
no, like Hulk.
Oh, I didn't think Hulk.
Yeah.
Because Hulk, they did talk about the fact that he was an exo performer.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. And in specialty puppet roles, unique and original characters will be making their debut on the adventure. Skilled puppeteers with background in creature puppetry, mechanics, and innovation are encouraged to apply. Which is interesting. I'm curious what
characters?
Yeah, that was the part that I was like, wait, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
What new original character are we getting onto the ships? Or at least the adventure. And I imagine whatever goes out of this and is successful will probably be carried forward to at least a different ship.
Yeah.
The Disney Adventure is a one-of-a-kind ship, which will feature innovative Disney experiences along with dazzling entertainment, world-class dining, and legendary guest services that set Disney Cruise Line apart. Guests of all ages will find dedicated spaces and activities designed just for them. The rest of that is just Disney Cruise Line. Very good. And it will set sail December 15th. I really don't know if Disney's going to be able to get both these ships launched this year, to be honest with you.
You don't think the Destiny will come out this year?
I really doubt it. And if so, I don't think it's going to be ready on day one.
No?
That's a lot of work.
I think there's going to be a lot of areas that are still going to be finished up if they do launch it this year.
Okay.
Because
this was a pretty fast turnaround comparatively to the Wish and the Treasure.
It takes normally about 2 years to build these big ships, and they're saying that they can get this one out and on the sea in a year from it, well, less than a year from the maiden voyage of the previous one.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, unless they legitimately are copying and pasting almost everything. Any last minute comments on this one?
No.
No. Sounds like fun. Not my skill set.
Cool. Well, keeping over there on Disney Cruise Line blog, Disney is also... Let's go shoot Reader. I love Reader. Reader makes it so nice and easy to go through articles. Disney also now has increased some of the details of the expanding fleet. So Disney Cruise Line shared more details of the expansion of its award-winning fleet, including the introduction of a new class of vessel and the addition of a fourth ship to the Wish class. The fourth ship being this one that the Oriental Land Company technically bought.
Okay.
These ships, which will debut between 2027 and 2031, will be constructed still at Meyer Wharf Shipping Yard and designed by Walt Disney Imagineering. The three vessels in the Disney Wish's new ship class will feature industry-leading technology and designed to expand the Disney Cruise Line global reach and support its environmental goals, able to carry 3,000 guests and measuring approximately 100,000 tons. They will be 20% larger than the Disney Magic class and smaller than the Dream and the Wish class.
Ultimately, wait, this is a whole new class?
It's a whole new class. It's between the Fantasy and Dream and the Magic and the Wonder.
Interesting.
So does that put it mid-size compared to their other ships, or?
It's going to be Yes, it would be mid-sized compared to their other ships. But if it is going to be significantly smaller than the Wish class or the Trident class, I should say.
Okay.
So the ship you're going to go on is going to be much bigger than these ones will be.
Okay.
But this one will be, as they put it, about 20% bigger than the ship I'll be on in March.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ultimately allowing Disney Cruise Line to access more ports and destinations across the globe, bringing its world-class entertainment, incredible dining, guests, and services, unique experience to more familiar and more places. These 3 ships are planned to be delivered 2029, 2030, 2031.
That's a quick turnaround.
Well, these are much smaller, though.
Yeah, these are smaller ships, so they should be able to get these together pretty quick. And it gives them a couple years still to get them designed.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to step out for a quick second. I'm going to leave this article up so you guys can continue on.
Okay. So among the lightest cruise ships of their size in the industry, the new vessels will save fuel with a streamlined hull, next generational power and propulsion systems, and numerous other operations optimized for energy efficiency. In addition to an innovative design and the efficient use of building materials, from bow to stern, the ships will be outfitted with an energy-efficient system and battery system to support and supplement the main engines.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, like, it just seems like a lot of jargon for the most part, as of right now.
Because they don't know what they're doing yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they don't want to release it.
Yeah. And then when in port, the new vessels can rely on shore power technology to turn off their engines and plug into port's energy grid to run onboard systems. They will also have the capability and flexibility to operate on a variety of fuels, including hydro-treated vegetable oil and renewable methanol fuels, while remaining adaptable to additional fuel options that become available to the cruise industry. The new class will also continue Disney Cruise Line's long-standing initiatives to minimize waste, conserve water, and align with the Walt Disney Company's 2030 environmental goals.
It sounds like they made a hybrid ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say electric, but then they started talking about different fuel types. So
yeah,
they made a hybrid that they can plug in when they get to shore.
That's interesting.
That's going to be one big extension cord.
That's what I'm curious about is, like, at what point are they really saving money doing this? By plugging into the port?
In this case, they're trying to be green, not save money.
It's a business.
True.
They're trying to save money. At what point are they really saving money by plugging into the port and having to pay the port for their energy versus just running the generators? You know?
That's a good point.
No, yeah.
Also, is it really green if you're constantly running the generators while you're at sea?
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with where you're at.
We finished the 2 main paragraphs you have on screen right now.
No, like just reading. So I'm currently in conversation. Yeah, I mean, I think they're hyping it up more than it actually is.
And that's another thing that we were talking about is, like, this is all just, like, jargon of, like, here's what will happen, but, like, not really telling us substantial stuff.
If you look carefully,
Correct.
They can plug in. It doesn't mean they will plug in.
Exactly.
Well, because it, like, this means at Canaveral or at Castaway or Lighthouse, they probably will have outlets.
Really big extension cords.
And probably everywhere else, they probably won't even have the option to, because most ports ones already have that lined up. Now, that being said, that might be how we're moving forward in the future with maybe more of those things. So maybe Disney is just, let's add it now so we don't have to worry about it later.
If they start adding restrictions that you can't run your generators, you need an alternative way.
Exactly.
Well, it's also, if they have an alternative way, the nice thing is if it's an easy and seamless transition, it gives them time in port to maintenance the generators.
Yes. Without inconveniencing anyone.
Okay. In addition to this new class of vessel, Disney Cruise Line will introduce an additional sister to Disney Treasure and Disney Wish, and the Destiny. The ship will be delivered in 2027, approximately 144,000 gross tons, and accommodate 4,000 guests. Be powered by the liquefied natural gas. Then that just talks about the continuation, growing, and of course the Disney Oriental Land Company. Yada yada. But yeah, so 144,000 gross tons is what the Wish class, the Trident class is,
which is
where this guy-
44,000 more
yeah,
because they were 100,000.
yeah, 44,000 more, 4,000 guests. Did this one give us 3,000 guests? So like, I think if I remember right, and Justin, you can double check this while I'm talking about it. If I remember right, I believe the Magic class has, I want to say it's 2,300 guests on board, because I believe it's 2,700. Thank you. That's why I assumed you could type it fast while I was doing it.
Oh, that was the Wonder.
The Wonder
that's
and
the
the
same class.
Magic are sisters.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, we're talking a little bit more guests than the Magic class has, but tremendously less guests than the Wish class, than the Trident class. So, I'm
The Trident
excited.
class has about 4,000.
Yeah, that's what it says down here. I'm excited. I like the Trident class. The Wish was not my favorite ship, but we'll see how the Treasure is. Treasure looks beautiful, but I really like the Magic class. I love the size. I love the personality you get with the cast on it.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think what you're looking for is going to be in this new class.
Yeah, because you'll have a lot more of that cast guest like ratio number, so you'll run into like the same cast members all the time, and you get to know them better. And I mean, on the in Alaska, one of them was sitting there laughing and making fun of Justin at every one of the different trivias he went to, because that's just how they are. They're a fun staff. It's a great experience. Disney Cruise Line, 2 big thumbs up for them. New ship coming. I'll find out wherever it is. I'll go see it. Plus, Justin and Jamie, with this being this size, we may be getting one of these ships to the West Coast.
That'd be
You
nice.
saying a Panama?
Maybe a Panama, maybe Mexico. I doubt Alaska, because the Wonder is very much built up for Alaska. She's reinforced for up there.
Yeah.
But again,
They might do one.
I wish I knew where the article was. It was long ago, but there was the article where Disney was talking about trying to get a ship more consistently in California because of how much they sell in California.
Yeah.
So maybe this introduces one of these ships over here for us.
They could also do. They said they're coming out with like 4 of these right now. One of them could be designed for like the heavier seas of the bad weather up in Alaska.
Yeah, but I don't know if they would, because
They'd be competing with themselves.
They'd be competing with themselves. The Wonder does so well up there, and they redesigned. So like the concierge deck, they redesigned the sun deck for the concierge area for Alaska for that ship.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, they could design everything about it, but then they would have to plan that one ship to be different than the other 3 sisters, which would slow down the production of building them. If you're building cookie cutter, if you're building cookie cutter houses, it's a lot faster than when you're building 4 custom houses.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can change the paint and such inside, but that doesn't really affect the timeline. Whatever. Okay. So, over there at Disneyland News today, a new sipper came out. And I will have to say, I kind of want this one.
Yeah, okay. So back to what we were saying last week on lazy designs. This is not a lazy design.
No. This is a lazy design, but this is a well done lazy design.
No, this is not lazy.
So a new Big Hero 6 sipper coming to Disney California Adventure this week. Now, on Instagram, Disney did share the reel of it, and the arms, the head, and all that do actually move and turn.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is fantastic. A new Big Hero 6 Megabot sipper will be available for purchase at Disney California Adventure beginning Friday, January 17th.
Immediately, Food and Wine starts then.
Or the Lunar New Year Festival.
Lunar New Year, you're right. My bad.
This zipper is already listed on the menus for Lucky Fortune Cookery and Cochina Cucamonga. In the Disneyland app, both restaurants are in the Big Hero 6 land of San Francisco Square. The zipper is inspired by Hero's robot seen early in Big Hero 6. It's mostly black with a trio of orbs as its head and torso containing chronicle limbs and ears. In Big Hero 6, Megabot's limbs detach and move thanks to magnets. It has two faces, one yellow smiling and is second red and angry. The Megabot zipper is detachable strap featuring San Francisco iconography, blah, 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 like posters of the brick walls. It will include guest choice of fountain beverage at the time of purchase. There is a limit of 2 per person per transaction. No discounts do apply. The zipper's release date coincides with the Lunar New Year Festival celebrations at Disney California Adventure. This is a fantastic design.
Yeah, this is good.
Like, this makes me happy, and I hate to say it, but I need to allow my budgets a $25 zipper.
It's cool. I just don't think I have a need for it, so I wouldn't even.
Oh, I have no need for it, Jamie. There's no need for me to get it. It just looks cool, so I want it.
I'm not quite there with it. I've always had a hard time buying these anyways because it's like,
Anything else?
No,
no,
a solid design for once.
It is a solid design.
very.
It's a simple design. Like, why did it take so long to go and do this one?
Yeah.
Well, over there at that park place, Assassin's Creed Shadows is delayed again. Will this game be the end of Ubisoft?
Doom posting.
We'll get into more of that at the bottom because Ubisoft's are already in a bad situation.
Oh, I'm aware.
Ubisoft has delayed Assassin's Creed Shadow for a second time, pushing its release back to March 20th, 2025. Originally set for November 12th, 24, later moved to Valentine's Day of 25. The game's development continues to be plagued by delays.
I'm curious, really quick, how does like a month make a big difference for your developers?
As we'll get into it. We'll get into it. Give us a minute.
Okay.
Because Ubisoft has not had a good release of a game in the longest of times.
Fair.
This game could be catastrophic for Ubisoft, and it's possible for the company's very survival banks on it. Given everything we've seen up to this point, with a major decline in ongoing public statement, it's not looking good for the French developer. In Ubisoft's official statement, it framed the delay as a decision to ensure quality. As part of the renewed focus of gameplay quality and engaging day one experiences, it has been decided to provide an additional month of development to Assassin's Creed Shadow, Ubisoft said. The additional time will allow teams to better incorporate the player feedback gathered over the past 3 months and help create the best contributions for launch by continuing to engage closely with the increasingly positive Assassin's Creed community. The game is now scheduled for March 20th.
Is that a quote?
So really quick.
That is a quote.
That is a quote.
Okay.
That is straight a quote.
From that, if they live up to the promise, I think it's a good thing that they took their time and are like, hey, we want to do this right. We're listening to you guys. If that's actually what they're doing.
Oh no, absolutely. I think me and George agree. We're both of the mindset that if you need to delay a game to make a better game, you should delay the game to make a better game.
Correct.
Yeah. And that's the issue that Cyberpunk had, was that like there was too much hype around it that they needed to release it. And
well, but they also had so many delays already on that game.
Exactly.
It was announced way too early.
Exactly. Circling back to your question earlier. What does a month do? Unless you are in QA, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
However, I think they are in QA at this point. It would make sense for them to be.
One would hope by now they are.
One would hope, seeing how we're on a month away from the previous release date. One would hope that we are in QA. So realistically, this month could mean a lot, because if they are in QA, you have a lot more time to get what they're saying about the like player feedback. That's all true. The part that I disagree with is the increasingly positive Assassin's Creed community, because there have been multiple times that this community has outspoken about this game. Usually, every time a new Assassin's Creed game is announced, there is
They're all on board.
overwhelmingly positive feedback at the time of its announcement.
Uh-huh.
But like, this was the first one where I saw negativity for it,
which
and I was
is
like,
in this article.
Yeah, okay.
It is further down.
Okay.
So let I'm gonna go ahead. So we can hold Jamie in suspense and keep him curious of where we're going with this, because this game has gone through the ringer. Day one experience quality would be a refreshing change of pace for Ubisoft.
Jeez.
Its release of Star Wars Outlaws last year saw a slew of game-breaking bugs and glitches at launch. Things got so bad that PlayStation gamers who paid for early access to the game had their save files wiped by a bug prior to the full launch. That's one of the issues that has come up recently. This is why they're getting more time to try to do bug fixes at this point.
Uh-huh.
This is a quote. We are all behind our teams that's the weird team's efforts. We are all behind our team's efforts to create the most ambitious Assassin's Creed opus. Thank you. Opus of the franchise, and made the decision to provide an extra month of development to Shadows in order to better incorporate player feedback gathered in the past 3 months that will enable us to fully deliver on the potential of the game and finish the year on a strong note. This is their second delay. One of the most continuous aspects of Shadows is its deviation from the franchise norms. Unlike previous titles, where historical figures like Leonardo da Vinci, George Washington, or Cleopatra have served as NPC allies. I can't speak tonight. Offering guidance and missions, Shadows introduces Yasuki. Is that the correct way to say, Job?
Yasuke.
Yep, Yasuke. Thank you.
All right, give me just
a historical black samurai as a playable protagonist instead of the original male Japanese assassin. This marks the first time an Assassin's Creed game has centered on a real-life figure, a decision that has not been well received by all corners of the fan base. Many players feel Yasuke's inclusion is a forced departure from the series' DNA, insulting to the Japanese culture that's supposed to be celebrating in Shadows. This led many to question Ubisoft's motives, and given the history of the company. Critics then went on to argue that Ubisoft has bent historical accuracy to fit in modern culture trends rather than staying true to the franchise's ethos, all to chase social clout and promote a specific ideology. Do you want to chime in, Jub? I can hear the anticipation of you like ready to start speaking. Are you still there? I think we lost Justin.
We might have.
Okay, then I guess I'm going to continue on until.
I'll make a comment here.
Go for it.
My background's in history. I have a bachelor's in history.
Yes.
And I don't like where this is going. I mean, we've talked about it before. I don't like a lot of these changes for change's sake.
Well, and so the thing is... So,
I'm back. Catch me up. Sorry.
Oh, you left. Okay.
Yeah, I said that multiple times.
I didn't hear you.
I didn't hear you.
Okay, to catch you up, went on to talk about how critics argue that Ubisoft has bent historical accuracy to fit modern culture using Yasuke. The problem is, Jamie, the gentleman did exist in actual history.
Yeah, so Yasuke did exist. We know this for sure. What is unclear and never fully documented was if he was a samurai or not.
Correct.
Because it was known that I might be wrong about this. It was known that he was a slave, but it wasn't known if he was a samurai. But it was known that he was real and he was there.
I believe you're correct. And so this is why in the Japanese market they kind of threw a fit over this, because there is no historical proof he should be a samurai. There's nothing saying he shouldn't.
But there's nothing saying he should either.
So as everybody put it, you could have still had him in the game and had him, like George Washington, such a character you can still, talk interact with. But the safe and easy road would have been for Ubisoft to do what all Assassin's Creed fans wanted and just keep to the status quo. Make an original character that you played as and you lived in the world. Because the idea is that's supposed to be you in the world. You are taking on, that body.
Yeah.
It's not a real person that you have to, I'm just playing as them.
I believe this is the first Assassin's Creed game where you play as a historical character.
It is.
Yes. Yeah, you were gone when we went over that part.
Oh, okay.
The decision to feature Yasuke also alienated many longtime fans who've been clamoring for a feudal Japan setting for over a decade. Many anticipated a more traditional Japanese male protagonist, a samurai, ninja, or assassin rooted in local culture. Instead, Ubisoft choice has left many feeling disconnected from the experience they envisioned. Combined with delays, these frustrations paint a grim picture. Ubisoft has struggled to maintain trust with its player bases and the controversies surrounding Shadows. So here's where we get to the actual market capital.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Now, mind you, we have to take into consider inflation, and the stock price is pretty much back to 2015.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. Ubisoft's financial struggles have been well documented as of late. As that Park Place previously reported, these delays come from in a critical time for the French developer. The company has experienced a significant decline in market value from 12.17 billion in January 2021 to a 1.78 billion by January 2025. That's an 85% drop. That's huge. And this is why they're making the comment that this might be it for Ubisoft. If this game fails, Ubisoft is not going to have money in the tank.
Well, you can look this up as well. They declared bankruptcy. Like Q3 last year, I think.
Yeah. So with debts exceeding $2 billion, the company is essentially upside down and facing looming threats of buyout or bankruptcy in 2025. If Assassin's Creed Shadow fails, the company could face losses in the hundreds of millions, which would almost certainly spell doom. I mean, that's not good. That's a really bad situation to be in.
No.
I feel bad for Ubisoft. I played 2 of the Assassin's Creed games, and they're good. They're fine. Not my exact taste, but like Jordan loves them. Jordan has this thing already pre-ordered. He's been watching each of these delays as he's paid it off already.
I hope it goes well for Ubisoft. I like them as a company. They've done some great things. I really liked when Notre Dame was burning in that fire. As it was burning, they got permission years before when they did their Paris game to like use drones and scan it. They were like, "This is yours. Have it. Use it for your restorations." As it was still happening, unprompted, they did that.
That's
so
awesome.
Yes.
I'm confused though. Ubisoft comes out with a Just Dance every year. That's not keeping them completely floating through.
You really think it does?
No, I don't. I was being facetious. Like I know they sell well with Just Dance, but I really doubt, especially with paying for all the music licenses of it, that they really make any money off Just Dance.
No, they're getting the money off the subscription.
Yeah, that's really and that's why they push that so hard. But I don't know if they're selling enough of those to even continue it. I don't even know how well the last Just Dance sold.
I feel like Just Dance is like the sports games. If you're really into them, you're really into them. But if like
Absolutely.
you don't care, you don't care.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. That's 100% correct. And I think that's just unfortunately where a lot of Ubisoft games are getting to, that you're either all for the idea of it or you just don't care. You just ignore the company altogether at this point. Again, Star Wars' launch was horrible. And I mean, the game didn't even look good in my opinion. That's my opinion. From everything I've seen, I got pretty bad reviews also overall. And again, the game was broken from day one.
Which is unfortunate.
But keeping with the game industry, we're going to go ahead and jump over to Epic over at Fortnite.com, because today is the launch of a new festival season, and Hatsune Miku finally makes it. You don't understand how long Justin and I have waited for this. And is going straight into festivals, so I'm excited. I'm gonna go ahead and self promote for a minute. If you're a Fortnite person, use the creator code down below. Because we do actually have one. It took over a month to get set up because of other issues, but we will be streaming festivals on Friday or Thursday, one of the two. And we're going to play the new songs. We're going to have the new skins because I'm sure they look fantastic. Because even in this one little picture we have right here that looks. So let's get down into that article.
Oh, dude, she's great.
Do you want to go for this one?
I don't think this shows anything. So yeah, as you know, Hatsune Miku, one of the biggest virtual pop stars,
the biggest
virtual pop star
Epic.
in the world.
Come on now.
Is bringing her futuristic sounds to Fortnite as the icon for Festival Season 7. Unfortunately, you won't be getting classic Miku in Festival Pass. It's an original design, which I don't know if it's in this article.
There's looks at the different skins and where they are down below.
Okay. You get yeah.
So the singing synthesizer turned global superstar is featured in more than 100,000 songs and has beamed her way onto the stages around the world, and now heading to the festival stage. Unlock Hatsune Miku outfit, instruments, and more in the Music Pass, which is now single track of both free and premium rewards, matching the other passes in Fortnite. You'll still unlock free rewards by earning XP in any Fortnite experience, and purchasing the Music Pass will enable you to unlock the premium rewards, yada, yada, yada. The sound of the future is almost here. Fortnite Season 7 begins with version 33.20 on January 14th, which is today. That's right. And will come to a close on April. So we actually get a long time with it, too.
Yeah. That's normal.
Part of these new update is you can now do on the PS5 and Xbox local multiplayer for festivals, which to me is fantastic. That's going back to classic Rock Band days, and I'm all for it.
I didn't even know that wasn't a feature.
They're having to build Rock Band into Fortnite, so it's taking some time. May your digital dreams come true in Season 7 Music Pass. So, as mentioned previously, the Music Pass is now a single track of free and premium rewards. This is part of the new unified program. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I love the look of this guitar.
Yeah.
Can I just say that? That is a really good design.
Pretty sure that's original and has nothing to do with Miku.
No, but I'm just saying it's a great design.
Yeah.
That's the Shattersonic guitar. The final free reward in the Music Pass. The pass also includes 4 jam tracks as free rewards, including 2 tracks from Harmonix's Drop Mix and Fuser. They're acknowledging Fuser?
Hell yeah.
And then a new Epic Original. So we have Epic Games, the Cherry Cardinal, Epic Games Dexling, first person and not without a fight.
So
If you already own Not
Cherry
Without a Fight as a
Cordial
lobby
and
track,
Dexting.
you'll receive. Wait, what was that?
Cherry Cordial and Dexting are those original ones. First person is the track for Ballistic, and then
Okay.
Not Without a Fight was the track for Championship.
Gotcha. And so if you already own Not Without a Fight as a lobby track, you'll receive a one V-Buck, one-time V-Buck grant equivalent to the amount you paid for it. You'll receive the Jam Track version 2. As you progress through the music pass, let the music light the way with a paper lantern aura. Drop the bass, and figuratively, not literally, because this one looks fancy, with a traditional shamisen electric bass. Is that correct?
Sure.
Okay. I love the look.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good classic, like traditional look. The breaking mode also awaits as a free reward. Who says drummers can't kick their feet up every once in a while? I love it. That is fantastic.
Yes.
Premium rewards. Pick up the music pass for 1,400 V-Bucks or get it through the Fortnite crew, and you'll immediately unlock the iconic Hatsune Miku outfit, the Nico Hatsune Miku outfit. Which one is Nico? Is it that one? That one.
They both are.
Oh, they both are?
Yeah, it's a style.
At the end of the Miku. No. So it's that one.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the you get the bright Hatsune Miku, which is that one. And I have to say, even though these are originals, I love them. Like they fit like the full like look and theme of like Miku. Show the crowd what the future sounds like with the Neku Miku guitar. Some of these are odd names. And light up the stage with the Neku Miku guitar. A fancy change of color. Be bubbly in purple instead of pink with the unlockable Miku Bright style. And the Neku Miku guitar. I love them. They're so good. Hatsune Miku performed at some of the biggest musical festivals in the world, and now her most iconic tunes are coming to Fortnite Festival. Unlock Magical Cure Love Shot Jam Track featuring Hatsune Miku by Swartorn near the end of the pass. You also find the anthems from other artists waiting for you as jam tracks. Britney Spears' Work Work, Cake, Short Skirt, Long Jacket, Jennifer Lopez's Love Don't Cost a Thing. Music Pass rewards not exclusive to the pass, blah, blah, blah. They're going to be bought in the shop later. New Battle Stage mode. I saw this and I'm excited for this. The Battle Stage is getting 4 new modes that test your expertise on specific song parts, allowing players to compete on a more even playing field.
Yep.
Lead only. Good. Yeah. Lead only. Only the lead and pro lead parts are available. Drum only the drum parts are available, and vocals, bass, again, they're the same. I'm so excited to be able to do like head-to-head, like actual battles and such.
Yeah, because like the issue
Fortnite.
with battle was that like if you played, I think it's drums, you just instantly won if you hit all your notes on hard.
Yeah.
Because there inherently is just more points because there's more notes.
Correct. But like, I'll go against somebody on a pro lead or probably pro bass. I'm more of a bass. These new modes also have a new scoring system that's more consistent with how song parts work on the main stage. So be careful not to break that 6 times score multiplier on bass or vocals.
This finally is added.
You want to go for it?
Yeah, so we're going to finally be able to equip or purchase guitars, basses, guitars, and mics, and the drumsticks from some of your drums as pickaxes and back blings. This should have always been a feature with how expensive they are.
Agreed.
And like maybe that was the intention from the very beginning. It just took forever to get there.
Yeah.
And to get it shipped out.
Mesmerine Miku items are in the shop. So Hatsune Miku outfit with a Lego style, the Paksune Miku back bling, the Miko Live emote, the Miko Miko Beam emote. Of course, the Miko Miko Beam emote's a thing. The Miku Live Contrail or Light Contrails, the Hatsumi Maiku, the Miku's Beat Drums, Miku Jam Track by I don't know that one. I'm not even gonna try it. And see the classic Hatsumi Miku. Do you remember how many V-Bucks it was, Job?
It's 15.
That's not bad.
No, not at all.
Individually in the shop, you'll find the Daisy 2.0 Jam Track by Ashinoko, featuring Hatsumi Miku, plus the World Is Mine Jam Track.
What?
What?
Something further down. Sorry.
Hatsumi Miku's Cyclone Bundle. Take the show on the road with the Hatsumi Miku Cyclone Bundle, including the Cyclone Car Body, featuring 13 paint colors, the Miku Beam Rider, the Rider Beam decal, the Miku Rider Light decal, the Bat Boy decal, the Flames decal, the Liita 99 decal, the Silver decal, the Stripes decal, and the Whiteout decal. What were you freaking out about?
The car.
Oh, was it not in the shop earlier?
It's not in the shop out. It's not in the shop yet.
It's not in the shop yet. Fortnite Festival Contest Creation. This is just the eligible jams. So like I said, we're going to play through these guys live on stream Thursday, Friday, maybe both, because we can for 7 days without getting notifications that I have to take them down, because copyright rules exist for a reason. Anything to add, Joe?
Hatsune Miku is finally in Fortnite. Thank God. Ironically, at the same time that Godzilla's being added. Ironically, which I find hilarious, personally. I don't know, I'm happy. I already bought her. I was playing Hatsune Miku earlier, so we're good.
Anything to add, Jamie?
I just have a question. Where do you use your creator code? Because I have no clue.
Creator code, when you're in the shop, well, actually, I think it's almost anywhere. You press X, I think it is.
Yeah, it's in the shop.
And it will bring up a dialog box. You put it there, and it just saves it.
Okay.
Because all it does is just says that you were brought to the shop by the Monkey Adventure team, and we get a percentage from you buying stuff.
Thank you.
It costs you nothing extra. So, was this when we were switching? What was this next one? Next one was the new show.
It's after this one.
After this one. So, over at Disneyland News today, Disney is casting for a new show coming to Disney California Adventure. This tag is a little bit more clickbaity, just to be honest.
Uh-oh. So don't get my hopes up for the Hyperion opening again.
No. I would be really extremely surprised by that. So Disney is casting performers for a new show coming to Disney California Adventure this summer. Disney Live Entertainment has posted a casting call for singers and actors for a new show coming to the Disney Theater at Disney California Adventure in the summer of 2025.
Which one is the Disney Theater?
Yes, technically. I mean, I don't believe anyone actually has outwardly known as the name of it, but you'll be able to piece it together pretty quickly, I think, Jamie.
Okay.
Auditions for this call will be in the form of online submissions, and that must be submitted by midnight of February 5th. Seeking a vibrant, energetic, and dynamic vocalist of all gender identities from a wide range of ethnic and cultural backgrounds, with diverse abilities and personalities, ideal candidates should be friendly and comfortable engaging with children, especially in live performances. Strong improvisational skills and the ability to connect with young audiences are key. Additional experience with current pop dance styles is a plus. The roles: the show's host, a DJ who's youthful, quirky, and has great comic timing. Must be authorized to work in the United States, performer 18 and older, willing to follow Disney grooming guidelines. Any guess where you think the show might be going?
Right in front of monsters.
Jub, any guess?
Disney Junior dance stage.
It's probably coming to the Disney Junior Dance stage. Additional details regarding the new show have yet to be announced by Disney. However, based on the description of the roles and the location of Disney Theater on the maps of Disneyland.com, it is possible the new show could be an updated Disney Junior Dance Party located in Hollywoodland. The Disney Junior Dance Party also includes a DJ who interacts with young audiences as they play songs from the Disney Junior shows. Of course, nothing is confirmed until officially announced by Disney, and that's it. But yes, unfortunately, because I got excited. I'm like, oh wait, cast? Like I said, this was a very clickbaity article. WDW, good job on that one. I guess you did your job. You got me in there. But no, it's probably just an update to Disney Junior. Sad face.
Agony. No Rogers the musical too.
No, thank God, no Rogers.
What do you mean?
I want them to do it better. They should have done a better job the first time.
No, it was better. It was great.
They could do better.
They needed to focus on
And
either.
it was beautiful.
They needed to focus on either New York style musical, like they did the first half, or cheap knockoff musical, like they did the second half. The two do not mix. It did not blend.
Disappointed me. I was sad because I had high hopes for it. I even said when it first came out they're going to put it in the Hyperion, and George didn't believe me.
Because it didn't deserve it. It shouldn't have been there. It was a meme.
It deserved its place in the spotlight, and it didn't get that.
You're right, JD.
So we're gonna go ahead and we'll jump over to the screen. So this weekend, we got live on the ground talking points now this time.
Wow.
Jamie and I were down at the Disneyland Hotel for the Lorcana event.
For the North
I was surprised it was like actually at the hotel.
It was actually at the hotel, and it was kind of a mess.
Oh, absolutely.
That doesn't surprise me.
So this is kind of going backwards, and so I'm going to pause here and there in it. We're going to jump over to it. So
photos. Oh
no, this is video. So for retrospect, right behind us is the actual main room where we got our badges and such from. Okay. On Friday morning, your line was out here. Oh, where did you go? It went down this hallway.
Uh-huh.
We had to go around people. Da, 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 da. Continuing down the hallway. Like,
oh, no.
What? Yes. So, for understanding purposes, right down here on the first floor is where Goofy's Kitchen is.
If you keep walking straight, if you could, because we're on the second floor, you'd get to the parks or downtown
That's
Disney.
where your sister had her wedding reception, George.
That is where your aunt had her wedding reception. So, we're going to pause it right here because I don't know how much further. Well, actually, let's just see how far I go.
You went all the way down to the window, I believe.
Yeah. So, this whole section in here, we're taped off switchbacks.
Okay.
About 3 of them. It took about...
Well, there was one here, and there was about 4 here.
Yeah.
Because, trust me, I had to go through it. But you took the first one, you came out this way, you came back here, you went back behind the building, and you wrapped in this courtyard also. So yeah, we went out there, go back. Then you came along this line. You came up the stairs, which caused other issues we'll come back to.
Oh, boy.
Come down the stairs. Then went
left.
across the lobby. This is where we joined in.
They didn't have the line form in the lobby. Yeah,
they didn't have the
line form in the lobby. They split it.
This was the line to pick up your badges? What was this line for?
To pick up badges.
Okay.
When I got done picking up my badge, this line continued out the door and wrapped outside in the parking lot. Okay.
How many stations were there to pick up your badge?
Like 8.
5.
Oh, only five were
5
open.
to 8. 5 to 8.
Okay.
There were 8 spots. I don't know how many were open when you were there.
All the spots were open when I was up there because they were trying to get us through. There were 8. Jamie's correct. Okay, we're gonna start you. Make sure you don't. Yeah. So we're gonna go back upstairs, back to that room that we left. So this is the space that we had. You stupid thing. So this
Wait,
this
this
was
is
the
the vendor space, I assume.
So what it is these are some of the tables to hang out at,
Okay.
and this is where like pack rush and such was going on.
Okay.
And then
And
there
yes.
were the 3 vendors.
Then there were 3 vendors total that were here.
Yeah.
So when you came in, they sent you to one of the points here to check in. Now, on the other side of this wall here, okay, is another room the same size that was dedicated to just competitors to be able to sit down and rest at.
Okay.
Nobody went in that room at all. We never saw
Yeah.
anybody in there. And I don't understand why when they could have used that room for either lines or whatnot. Going back to the issue of the stairs, there were guests who were obviously either in a wheelchair or whatnot, so they were being sent to the elevators when I was up there to get my badges. So they'd go upstairs to be told that they weren't supposed to come that way, to be told to go downstairs, to be told that they technically would have to take the stairs, so for them to come back upstairs and then be sent back and forth in the hallway until eventually somebody understood where to send them. On top of that, we're going to go back to this first video. So Jamie could not actually go ahead and walk with me to go get my badge.
Okay.
Because nobody had any idea if they were going to have extra badges and such in the morning.
Yeah.
So guests had gone in, stood in landing with friends, came up here, found out they could not buy their badges, and then blocked this entire side of the walkway, making their own figurative line until the staffing would figure something out for them.
Who sent them to line up there?
I don't know. We weren't there by the time they started. These guests that decided to line up here did it on their own with staff trying to tell them to go downstairs, and they kept telling them no.
Okay.
10 a.m. They opened it up for extra badges. That's how Jamie got his.
But I never heard anything from them. I got it from a secondary source. I had had a friend who was there to find out that they were selling badges at 10, or that they even had them. Yeah.
Like legitimately people started posting in Discord first saying that they had heard rumors. So when I got up there, I'm like, hey, my buddy's here. He tried getting a badge. He wasn't able to. He just wants an attendee badge to come, check it out and come do the promo stuff. Is he possible? Is he going to be able to get one? And they're like, oh yeah, that should be no problem. We just can't do anything till 10. I'm like, cool. Why don't you guys tell anybody this? Because legitimately, if you ask downstairs, their response was, we don't know if we're ever going to sell any badges or anything. Just keep an eye on social media. They never posted a single thing on social media.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's such a lack of communication. It made it really hard for me who wanted to go, who came out anyways, to know what to do. If I didn't have other people from up here in Utah that were going, and I'm part of that Discord group, or even George going and asking, I'd have no clue what I could have done. And they weren't helpful at the bottom when you'd ask because they weren't sure.
Mm-hmm. Like communication was the biggest problem.
Yeah.
So this is inside the downstairs hall.
Okay.
You stupid thing. Like I made sure it worked and everything. So they had set up chairs here with a projector screen to be able to watch the main table as if you were at home.
Awesome. I like that.
Come day 3, it was not working correctly.
The most important day for it to work?
Like when we went ahead and we tried to watch it, You could hear the audio keep clicking while they were trying to get anything to work off it, except for the Windows notification, because you would see them just drag onto the screen over and over again the Twitch stream to go ahead and show us.
Yeah.
But they could never get it. At least anytime we saw it running, they never could get the audio working, so you could never hear anything. So this was the busiest time that I ever saw this thing.
Yes.
Oh.
Because nobody cared to stay around. Because why don't I just pull?
What exactly is this room again?
This is the main ballroom. This is the main convention center.
What is it for?
There's all your tournament tables.
Okay, yeah, those are playing tables. Yeah.
This is the main. This is the main hub of the expo on day 3, Jub.
Yeah.
This is how dead it was.
Oh.
Day 1, it was packed, and there was. So
and this is day 3 at like 10, 11 a.m.
Yeah, like this is during the midst of the actual main competition.
Yeah.
So day 1, you had a booth set up over here. That's where Mickey would meet if you had an autograph to get your card signed. You could get a reservation.
That were
if
sold
you didn't
out.
have a reservation, you couldn't go. So by the time Jamie got his ticket, they were gone.
All booked.
Okay.
So you had Pack Rush with the creators here, and then Artist Gallery here. By the time Jamie got his badge, all of this was booked.
Most of it, there's like one available.
Okay.
These are just tables. These were side events. These were booked.
Yep.
And then, of course, the main tournament's on the backside. And that was it. There's no prize wall this tournament.
There were no prize tickets, no prize wall?
Nothing.
No. The prize tickets, if you were winning them downstairs, you were getting packs upstairs. Or you were getting extra tickets to get promo cards.
Interesting.
Let's see.
Okay.
Let's do.
Which I was really sad about because I wanted to see the prize wall. I wanted to try and get something.
Yeah, that's weird.
And I couldn't. And you could have put that right out in the lobby where people are walking by to Goofy's Kitchen where they're wondering what's the event's going on. So they're going to be curious and walk by and see all the prize stuff. They didn't do that.
Yeah, like there was again, Job, you know how the main hallway is. There's so much foot traffic there that putting a prize wall of Disney stuff, you would pull so many guests over to come just check it out.
Yeah, probably.
And it made no sense to me. On top of that, and this is a serious complaint that I have about the event. It did not affect me directly. It affected somebody that we talked to and we met. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So his again, you can only buy one badge at a time. So his son was able to get in and buy his badge. His son has competed both in Seattle and Vegas.
He's like 13.
Both times he did not make it, and he was 13. In Seattle and Vegas, when they checked him in, because, he's a minor, since his dad didn't have a badge, who owns a card shop, I believe is what he said, or he worked at a card shop.
I think he owns one.
I think he owns one. Ravensburg at the other events would give him a attendee badge to go stand with the minor. You know what? It's a child. At this event, he was told, no, sorry, you can't go in. At 10, they might sell tickets. If you can buy one, then you can go join him. If not, I guess the kid's on his own.
Tough luck.
Crazy, dude.
And I'm sorry, that's a serious safety risk. Like, let's just say something had happened at the expo center and they had to evacuate. You're saying you're going to send this kid off on his own? What if something happened in the expo center? Yes, the Lorcana community is a good community, but again, there are bad people everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Do you have more? Because I have a lot more about Continentals as a whole.
Go for it.
So a lot of this isn't coming from me because obviously I wasn't there. This is opinions I've seen on Twitter and such. Specifically Citizens of Lorcana on Twitter. Where's Worlds? When is Worlds?
Worlds is in a couple months in Walt Disney World.
Yeah, when?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Because there hasn't been a date announced yet.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
There's no way.
There has been no date announced for Worlds. we thought for sure we were going to get it here. And when didn't EU Continentals happen at the same time? Or am I mistaken?
EU
I thought
Continentals were like a month ago,
Okay,
or
yeah.
maybe a week ago.
So yeah, we didn't get news there either. When is Worlds? Second
You
off,
are correct.
yeah, this is beyond bizarre. Where was it? I had it.
North America.
EU had a different rule set than NA did. But they both qualify for the same tournament.
What was the different rule set?
EU had rules allowing intentional draws where NA did not.
Correct.
Which, personally, I agree with the NA rules. However, if you're qualifying for the same tournament, you should have the same rules.
But if I remember right, for regionals in the US, draw rules were not allowed.
It doesn't matter. The same rule set should apply to qualify for the tournament.
True.
That's where I'm at. And then also just like the only updating of brackets was like through Twitch, which I think that's weird too.
No, so brackets were a big issue on like day one. Again, the tournament started. It was like 2-3 hours late.
It was supposed to start
that's
at
normal.
like 9, and they hadn't had brackets out by 10. They barely got them out of it if they had.
They I know they hadn't, because everybody we heard when we were talking was sitting there going that they had no idea what was going on with brackets, because they all were told that they would have them well before that point, and they all were waiting for them, and nobody had any idea when they were what they were doing.
Yep.
Anything else you have from your side, Jub?
Pulling some more. Go ahead, vamp for me a little bit.
I think they needed a bigger space. They had too many people who wanted to go and couldn't get tickets. Even up here in Utah, there were people who, if they knew they could get an attendee ticket, would have gone. I think it's super great that it's at the Disneyland Hotel, but it's too small of space.
Well, and I wouldn't even necessarily say that, because most of the spaces were empty.
That's
like
true.
I know they were saying, of course, you have to you have to follow fire code, which is extremely true. But these spaces never really felt more than like a quarter or half full.
The only time the room upstairs felt full was Monday afternoon when everyone was on lunch.
Either everyone was on lunch or everybody had already been disqualified from Last Chance.
Yeah. Because they were still there. They said that was their busiest time up there was Monday afternoon, and it stayed busy for most of the day.
Yeah.
And then it was dead all day Saturday, they said, upstairs, and Sunday as well when we were there.
And so that, to me, that's wasted space and wasted tickets. Because also, since there was no prize wall, nobody was sticking around. After they got their promo tickets, they were done. If they didn't get into one of the side events.
Yeah.
So.
And again, if you had to go and buy your ticket last minute like I did, they were all booked.
Now, I did say, Jamie, I was going to ask you this. To me, the biggest question is, this was yours and my first technically regional event. This was a national event, but it was a regional event. It cost us $50 each. Would you pay $50 next year and go again?
I would. The promos, I like getting the cool cards. I got 4 of them for $50, so I can't complain about the price, and they're selling for more, if not about a little bit less individually.
They're selling for $70 each.
Yeah.
I sold one of the cards. I made my money back for the weekend.
Exactly.
I'd go again. If they do the North American again at Disneyland, definitely going to try and book a room there instead of traveling. Mm-hmm. I think we would have gone more and spent more time and made the $50 a little bit more worth it.
Yeah.
But I would definitely go again. I don't think I'd be the person that's trying to go to every single event, but I'd try and go to 1 or 2 more.
Yeah, I agree.
Season.
I agree. I don't know in the way that this one was ran of it. I don't know if I would have spent if I would go back if it would cost more than $50.
Yes,
Um,
especially as an attendee.
yeah, yeah. Because again, so Jub, part of the problem also because we were confused. The maps didn't even line up with it where anything was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The maps were all wrong,
Yikes.
and so legitimately I ended up at one booth, and I'm like, "Is this where we're supposed to go?" And the guy's just like, "No, you need to be on the other side." I'm like, "What?" He's like,
There's
"You
not
go
a
talk to
table
them."
where-
I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you mean? It says that the table it should be at a table. He's like, no, you need to talk to the people on the other side of the room. So I go over to them. I'm like, are you guys who we're supposed to talk to? And they're like, I don't know. Are we? I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to know? I'm a guest. I have legitimately no idea. I'm like, we're trying to figure out where these tickets go because according to the tickets, we redeem them for promos. And they're like, oh no, you got to play like Pack Rush or something. We're like, we'd like to know this.
Yeah, that's something I was reading is that wasn't really announced until it happened.
Well, because like, so Jub, do you know how you got the schedule?
No.
Yeah, we didn't either. Legitimately, we eventually found a QR code for more information for the
I was
event.
curious what it was if I scanned it. That's how we found the information.
So we scanned that. You had to scroll through the page until you eventually found where it said event schedule, and it was at like the bottom of it, and that gave you the timeline of everything.
And explained it way better than anyone else was.
And we're like, why is this not on a banner? Why is this not on a you got a big printer here at Disney? Print out a poster, slap it to the wall, and you would be good.
Yeah. This seems to be a common thread with Ravensburger for the past 2 years or so, where there just isn't a lot of transparency or communication.
Well, because it almost seemed like they were still figuring it out while we were there.
Well, they are.
Like they
are.
No, and I get that. This was the first North American Nationals, but no, more so like they sat down yesterday and talked about, hey, here's kind of what we want to do. They showed up today and said, we're going to change it this way, and that might work. And like, you're doing your national events, you planned it in 2 days?
Yeah.
You've known about this for how long? You should have at least a better idea of what's going on.
And be able to share that with the guests.
Yep.
Any other questions or whatnot, Jub?
No, I don't think so.
My big thing is you'd think after what they have done, because it's hard doing things for the first time. After doing a couple of these, they'd have it a little better figured out. I get things are going to change with venues and everything, but...
Well, and again, I mean,
I do think it comes down to the venue here.
Well, but I'm gonna stand on the other side real fast, okay? We go back to D23. D23, they had made the comment about how they learned real fast after the first regional about doing a prize wall and how much that increased guest satisfaction and players' enjoyment of the event. And so that at that point, they committed to doing a prize wall. Why did that change for this event?
Yeah.
There's legitimately no reason that idea changed because you've already admitted that this works. This is a correct idea. This is what we need to do. So, I don't know. I mean, it was fun. I'll go again. If it was $100, I probably wouldn't.
And if I go again and it's the same thing, I probably wouldn't ever go again.
But it was fun. It was a good weekend. I ran into some friends.
People from our league. Cool.
Was able to go ahead and joke around. I saw other people from our league, and I was like, I know you. Okay, bye. Like, I didn't even go up to them. I was just like, I know you. I recognize you. They were busy. They were yeah. I'm like, I'm good. But let's go back over to the movie news. This is coming to us from piratesandprincesses.com. Sorry, .net. Captain America: Brave New World early box office predictions are not great for a Marvel film. It's almost a month away from the release of the Marvel's next Captain America: Brave New World, and early box office predictions offer a huge range that isn't great. The film is set to release on Valentine's Day, with early predictions having the film domestic opening coming in as low as 81 million, with a high end of 107 million. Long range isn't much better, with predictions up to 195 to 280 million dollars. Of course, that's not the whole big picture, because of course there's international to take into effect, but that isn't great either. Deadpool and Wolverine opened at 205 million domestically, which is within the projection of the Captain America run, Captain America's whole North American run. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which was one of Marvel's hits in 2023, opened at 118.4 million. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever brought in 181 million opening weekend. 81 million is not a great opening in the grand scheme of things. Do you want to chime in yet, Jub? Because I know you've been back and forth with me on this one.
Well, honestly, I think it's kind of I don't want to use the word rude, but rude for them to compare this movie to like Deadpool or
It's
what was
unfair.
the other Guardians 3 and Black Panther, right? Because like realistically, I know it's not an origin story movie because it isn't, but it's a character's first major film appearance. Okay? Which I know it isn't, but it's the first major film appearance of Sam Wilson, Captain America, versus the other examples. I mean, you could say that for Black Panther as well, but I think Black Panther was a different scenario.
Correct.
Yes.
But like you could argue that those are sequels to storied franchises.
Yes.
Versus this is a big screen first appearance, the big screen debut. Yeah. So like I think it should be compared to like. Also, this has been across the board, community-wise, one of the lower anticipated films of this year.
Yes.
I think you should be comparing it to The Marvels or Ant-Man Quantumania.
Well, I'm glad you brought those up, because there were other articles I read about this, and those had higher predictions than this did. This prediction actually lines up, without taking inflation into retrospect, just straight cost of what this is saying compared to what it said back in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
It lines up with the Captain America Civil War movie.
2016.
So 2016. Which,
Oh.
okay, so now you understand.
Yeah.
Because again, inflation has hit us really hard over the last 10 years, and the range is about where that was.
Because looking back, the highest hype levels for the MCU,
yes,
were Civil War and Endgame.
Yes.
So I think that says a lot about this. Do I think this movie's gonna be good? Maybe. Am I hopeful? Yeah. Do I want it to be good? Yeah.
But we can be realistic too.
We can be realistic too.
Well, I mean,
I want it to be good too.
Okay.
Me and George have been back and forth on this film for about a year now, realistically.
Yeah, because again, I am a Cap fan. I want it to be good. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be good. I haven't thought it was going to be good since the first trailer came out. There was an article I saw, and I hemmed and hawed, and I think it actually deserves to go in here, so we're gonna grab it. So Captain America: Brave New World cuts WWE Seth Rollins after fantastic rewrites and reshoots. Wrestler says he doesn't want fans to waste their time on the Marvel film.
He was in this?
He was a member of the Serpent Squad or Serpent Society.
Yeah, Serpent Society. Yeah. Okay.
So he was initially cast in the film as a member of the Serpent Society and was photographed in costume onto the set. However, that was before the series of disastrous test screenings reportedly led to sweeping rewrites and frantic reshoots. His statement, "I wish it the best, but I am not part of the film," Rollins confirmed. He elaborated, explaining, "The script went through a lot of rewrites and reshoots, and so what I was there to do, essentially my role, got either repurposed or completely erased."
Okay. Minor spoiler warning, because I might be correct when I say this, but we know Red Hulk isn't the main antagonist of this film.
Correct.
Red Hulk is a side antagonist, and it's about like this Illuminati plot that like the Serpent Society is trying to take over the world through America. Now, if this is saying that they're cutting a lot of the Serpent Society so they can refocus on just the leader, I'm okay with that because it's going to be less messy, I think.
Well, so Rollins also discussed that he had auditioned for a potential alternate role, but the project's direction shifted entirely. I did do a bit of an audition to possibly pop into another role, the WWE superstar admitted. I believe, or the repurposing of my role, I'm not exactly sure on what it was, but they ended up going in a different direction with it. My understanding is there was just a lot of rewrites and a lot of reshoots. Despite the changes, Rollins seemed to offer optimism for the film, stating they know they've got a finished product that hopefully they're happy with, and hopefully it's successful, but it will be sans Seth Rollins.
You know what? Kudos to him for being positive about it.
Yeah.
And not just like tearing it down for taking him out.
When Van Violet brought up the trailer clip that fans thought featured Rollins, WWE star gave a playful response. You could just see his eye rolls. Rollins said, "I am not in the movie. I don't want anybody to go to the film thinking, oh, I'm here to see Seth Rollins. There might be two people that would do that, but I don't want those two people to waste their time. I don't want to misinform anybody. I don't want to lead anybody astray. I'm not in the film." The part of this, and this is why I was back and forth, because it could just be him saying, like, my fans don't need to be here. The part of this, though, that I'm seeing the other way is this end of the line here. I don't want people to waste their time. Tells me that, yeah, he was nice when he left. Either he's just not happy about the fact that he was cut from it, or from what he's seen, it doesn't look good.
No, that's not how I read it at all.
You're missing the context from the beginning where it's saying, for the people that are saying, I want to see him in it, I'm
Correct.
not in it, and I don't want them to waste their time.
Yeah, I think you're taking that out of context.
It could be construed sublimely that he's trying to infer that, but with the context...
That's why I'm like back and forth. It's why I originally did not pull this part of the article. Pull this article.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I don't want to go ahead and like, I don't think the film's going to do good. I've said this from the get-go. I don't think it's going to do good. I want it to do good. I don't think it's going to do good. But when I see things that could be taken out of context like that, it does give me more concern, and I don't want to necessarily bring light to that, because that's not him, again, directly saying about the movie. It's just also the way when I'm reading it, I'm thinking, what else could you mean by it?
Yeah,
exactly. So the production of Captain America: Brave New World has been surrounded by reports of turbulence, with sources indicating that significant reshoots were undertaken earlier this year to incorporate Gensonio's Esparatos.
Giancarlo Esposito.
What?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Okay, I have no idea how to say it. So, new villain character, Sidewinder, leader of the Serpent Society. These reshoots have reportedly caused delays and raised questions about the cohesiveness of the final product.
Yeah.
I mean, we already know that the names change has happened throughout it after other instances happened in the world. I don't know. I don't...
Name change.
It was not Brave New World first.
Oh, right. They changed it.
It was a New World Order.
New World Order. Yeah. It was New World Order.
Yeah. I'm just jumping over to here because
I'm not a big fan of what they changed it to.
I think it's better than New World Order because it it can lead to theorists. It can cause panic. That's the way I see that. Because
I understand it.
because it is an Illuminati type.
Can I explain my reasoning why I don't like it?
Yeah.
And there's a book called Brave New World.
Yeah.
And it makes me think of that, and I didn't like that book. So it's like, oh, it's gonna be now. So that's my thing. And it's completely unrelated, and it's me. But I'm not a fan of the title.
Jamie. I'm not a fan of the title either. I agree. I think it's a better title than they had before. I think it's just a weak title. I think they just tried to throw something together that would still be similar enough that they can say whatever marketing they already had and just adjust the titles.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't know. This is again adding more and more to me not feeling confident about this movie. Will I go see it? Yes. Will it do good? Maybe. We'll give it a fair shot. There's no reason. There's no reason to cut it down. I mean, other things I've heard other people talk about is it'll be interesting to find out how they justify the fact that Sam Wilson is not a super soldier, but now has super soldier abilities.
That's like the biggest meme going around is that if he okay, pull up the poster image where he's blocking the punch from the Hulk.
Okay, let me. Captain. Poster. There we go.
So the biggest meme about this. So okay, first off, this is an homage to one of the classic Captain America covers where it's Steve Rogers' Cap blocking a punch from the Hulk against the wall, right?
Correct.
The funny part about this is that Sam is not a super soldier. Sam is just a regular human with advanced training holding the shield, which means he would get sent flying by holding the shield.
Correct.
Yes.
And that's where a lot of people are throwing like, this doesn't make sense. He can't physically do this.
It's
on top of that,
promotional image.
Well, is it?
Yeah.
Justin, you're forgetting about plot armor.
Or is this going to be something we're going to see in the movie where he blocks with his shield?
There's a Baskin Robbins. Let's do this week. You can pull it up. There's a Baskin Robbins bumper. Oh no, not Baskin Robbins. Tide. There's a Tide bumper for this film where like he gets punched by the Red Hulk and he gets thrown into a truck or something, dude.
I'm also confused. Why is the Red Hulk's punch of the shield causing sparks?
Because Red Hulk, so Green Hulk, regular Hulk, the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets, right?
Yes.
Red Hulk, the angrier he gets, the hotter his skin burns. And like he's been shown to be walking through a desert and his footprints are turning into glass.
Gotcha. I don't know much, and I know of the Hulk universe. I know this is taking the Hulk universe in a weird direction, but that's about as far as I know of the Hulk universe.
Not really, because Thunderbolt Ross has always been Red Hulk.
Has he?
Yeah.
I don't know. Again,
it's just weird that he's in a Captain America movie.
Yes.
But like it makes sense for both characters at this time.
I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it comes. I mean, you'll hear from here our opinions. We'll speak them. We'll bring the truth. Justin's going to go ahead and be the Marvel hype boy, and I'm going to be over here the cynical critic that loves Captain America and has to be impressed. Like if not, I will make it clear that I'm not happy with the movie. Go back and watch the Moana 2 review. Any other last minute statement, Jub?
No.
Jamie?
Hold on.
I'm like, I hear somebody. So I guess we'll step into the next one, and Jamie can join us in a minute. Sticking with movies and such, this is coming from Brett Bart. A poll: only 16% of Americans say that Disney's content is better than it was in the past. The days when the Disney company churned out instant classics, beloved success, and generations appear to be squarely behind it, with only 16% of Americans saying Disney content is better today than it was in the past, and nearly half saying it was worse. Now, for context, this site, when it came to the election, they predicted within about 1% of the swing states of how they were going to vote.
Okay.
So their statistics usually are pretty solid. A new Ramazan poll asked participants if entertainment from Disney is better or worse than they remember from the past. Just 16% said it was better, while a full 47% said it was worse. A public relations disaster for the studio. 29% said Disney entertainment has improved, while 8% were unsure. A full 65% of Republicans believe Disney's entertainment has gotten worse, according to the poll. Again, they were polling on the poll, had questions for every different line and such. The results point to a profound image crisis for Disney, with flops mounting up both at the box office and on streaming media. The Disney brand no longer signals quality for many American households that have been alienated by the studio's aggressive promotion of woke identity politics, especially transgenderism, which the studio has been promoting in its entertainment aimed at children. In 2024, Disney's biggest flop was the Star Wars spin-off streaming series The Acolyte, which was canceled just after one season. One estimate put the price tag on the series at close to $250 million. The series featured an actor as well as a coven of lesbian witches. In 2023, Disney racked up numerous box office duds, including The Marvels, Indiana Jones 5, The Little Mermaid live-action remake, Wish, and the latest Ant-Man sequel. Other recent flops included Strange World, Haunted Mansion, A Haunting in Venice, and Pixar's Elemental. The recently released Mufasa, a live-action prequel to Lion King, has underperformed at the box office and is received scathing reviews from critics. This kind of shows that more people are not necessarily happy with the way the Walt Disney Company has been running on movies.
I mean, what's the criteria though of the poll?
I don't know in that case. And that is a valid question to bring up. But I mean, my bigger thing is there's a lot of duds and failures in here, and in that time period, there was not a lot of successes. They did have Inside Out 2, which did come out and was a success. I don't know. I don't know if. I mean, go for it.
Huh? What?
Go for it. What? I want to hear your opinion.
On what?
The whole thing.
I mean, I got nothing because there was like nothing. There's nothing shown like on what the criteria. It just says Americans and then Republicans.
True.
So like this to me is just made up numbers.
Okay. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was something to at least look at. I know Jamie wasn't around, so I can't really ask Jamie for his opinion.
I can share my thoughts though.
Yeah.
I kind of, just going off the title, I didn't get anything else. I liked a lot of Disney stuff before they went live action. The only live action that I've really liked was Beauty and the Beast. I wish they'd stop redoing what they've done and try and do something new.
Don't we all, Jamie? I agree with that. I think even Justin agrees with that statement.
Yeah, it's just like this post is like so misleading because
Yeah.
it doesn't say when before was. When was before Walt died? Before Mickey was created? You know?
No,
Before
That's what
yesterday.
I'm saying.
those are valid questions that honestly I didn't think about when I read the article. So no, those are very valid statements, very valid questions. If I had more information, I'd go and give it. But my biggest thing again is I'm just kind of sad to see that Disney Company has so many flops going on right now and not as many wins. And like Jamie, I'm tired of the live actions. Like I don't know why we're getting a live action of Moana when it's like 10 years old.
Yeah, I agree.
No, nobody forgot about Moana. Moana was just, just happened. It's like Rapunzel. Rapunzel shouldn't be getting a live action either. But if we're talking about Moana, we can go into Moana. The writer, the movie Moana is getting sued, or Disney's getting sued because of Moana. There we go. That was a horrible transition. This is coming from USA Today. We're going to just go in this way. So, writer sues Disney for $10 billion, claiming breathtaking similarities between his script and Moana movies. Buck Woodrow is seeking at least $10 billion in damages and 2.5% of gross revenue earned from Moana 2 film and related products. Jub, I know you already said you wanted to speak about this.
Who would own up to that, bro?
Well, and so as the article goes on to explain, it's not necessarily that it's Moana 2 directly. He actually tried to sue originally on Moana for copyright issues. However, the judge ruled that when his lawsuit came out, the movie had been out too long, and so the lawsuit was denied. This time it's coming back around because Moana 2 is just a sequel, which just reopens his claim. So, according to the lawsuit, Woodrow claims he is entitled to at least $10 billion in damages and 2.5 in gross revenues from Moana 2 film and related merchandise, which he claims would be at least $5 billion. The original Moana movie, released in 2016, tells the story of a teenager on a mission to save her people. During her journey, Moana meets the demigod named Maui, who guides her through an action-packed voyage. Moana 2 follows Moana and Maui after Moana receives a surprise calling from her ancestors. Now, the lawsuit describes the similarities. According to the lawsuit, Woodrow claims that Moana and Moana 2 are a direct rip of his original animated film called Bucky the Wave Warrior, or Bucky, which was inspired by his unique exposure to Polynesian culture. Woodrow claims the films have breathtaking similarities, including a story that centers around a teenager on a dangerous voyage to save a Polynesian island, representations of Polynesian ancestors through animal spirits, a symbolic necklace that plays a special role to the story, and a demigod with a giant hook and a tattoo who helps the protagonist, to name just a few. Per lawsuit,
You don't think I exist?
Per lawsuit, around 2003, Woodrow began sharing his ideas for Bucky with Jenny Marchek, who at the time was director of development at Menonville Films, an independent film production studio in California. Marchek allegedly told Woodrow that the production studio held a first look deal with Disney, meaning Martinville could provide exclusive previews to Disney for purchase, according to the lawsuit. Woodrow claims that over the course of several years, Marchek prodded him for additional Bucky content, including an animated trailer, storyboards, and a draft script, of which he provided. According to the lawsuit, Marchek told Woodrow on the eve of the release of Moana that she was unsure if his Bucky materials made it beyond her desk. But Woodrow claims that upon delivering his final script to Marchek in 2011, those materials were already in the hands of Disney for the creation of the first Moana film. Woodrow, per lawsuit, registered Bucky's assets, including a trailer, with the Writers Guild of America, and it was granted federal copyright protections in 2004, which were updated in 2014. That's why he's going after this money.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Let me pull up Bucky the what is it called? Bucky the Wave Warrior. Hold on. Because like the only similarity is that it's a Polynesian story.
It is a Polynesian story, and as people have pointed out, one of his comments was that a demigod with tattoos and a big hook helps, and Maui is in the public domain, so that doesn't
Maui's public domain, yeah.
That doesn't justify that, and this is the back and forth of it. What I'm curious about, and what I would love to see, of course, they can't show because this is now court documents, is he states of how much of the information he had given to the Disney company before the movie came out back in 2004. I'm curious, or final script in 2011. I'm curious to see if what that actual original script looked like.
Yeah,
That's funny.
What?
I can't find anything on Bucky the Wave Warrior.
But again, if it was still,
he is protected by the Writers Guild and he has copyright.
Yeah, so it again, if it never went any further, he may not have ever done anything with it.
Yeah.
On top of that, again, he tried suing the Disney company about this years ago and was told no.
Mm-hmm.
Also, at some point, all stories start looking alike.
True, but I will say this is not the first time the Walt Disney Company has been accused of borrowing without permission.
Yes.
Recently too, because the same thing happened with Finding Nemo.
Onward. Yeah.
And Inside Out.
And Onward.
I mean, there's a pretty long line of recent films that are all in the same bubble at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know. My key takeaway is that, like, basically he told a story about a teenager that goes on a dangerous voyage in Polynesian times.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, if that's your setting, what other story can you really tell, in my opinion?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And that's why, like I said, I'd be curious to see what the script is. Because, not saying it is, but let's say the script goes ahead and goes along the same kind of line that the necklace he has, because again, he has a special necklace that's of great importance. This happens to be the main item that solves the issue with the main villain of the movie, and the villain turns out to be a good person. Actually, there's a lot more similarities that we can start talking about.
Yeah, I agree. But like, if like he's being helped by Maui too, I don't think that's anything substantial.
The Maui part, to me, weakens his argument because again, Maui's a public domain character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And every depiction we've seen of Maui in regular art and such, he's always tattooed up. So
always. That's part of his mythology.
Correct.
The tattoos are part of his mythology. Yeah.
Absolutely. So to me, the Maui argument in this, or the character with tattoos and a big hook, to me, that's the weakest part. But like the lineup of a special necklace, that's an oddly specific statement.
Yeah, I agree.
That's oddly specific. I don't know. And again, it comes back to the same kind of situation happened with others who had, again, the first, who were dealing with a publisher who had first rights with Disney, and they all then turned around and sued Disney for feeling that their product was copy stolen. So I'll be curious to see. We'll keep an eye on it. At this point, there's not really much more to say about it. We'll see if the judge even lets it go forward. The judge may go ahead and just throw it out and say this isn't even worth our time.
Yeah.
But Justin pulled a video.
I pulled a video. This is from Yesterday? Today?
WDW news today.
So this was announced. We're just gonna talk over it because it's like 11 minutes long. This is the Groot layover of It's a Small World in Tokyo Disneyland. This was announced like a year ago?
I think so. I think it was last year. Would you run?
Something like that.
It looks like it's
Broski?
paused.
It says it is.
Trying to buffer. Technical difficulties, everyone.
So I didn't
course,
hear the
I
announcement
read
before.
the page
What
and
is it?
It's a layover of Small World that, you know how they overlaid our parks to include the Disney characters and such, right?
Yeah.
This, I believe, is a temporary overlay that...
I don't think so.
Do you think it's permanent?
I think so.
Oh. That implements Groot along with other Marvel characters into it.
Interesting.
So I thought it would be fun just to like talk over it and point out, oh, there's that character, you know? And we're gonna have it on mute because I don't want to listen to the song.
Well,
However,
why
I
not?
heard there is new music. George broke it.
Maybe. Are you happy? It's YouTube, and for whatever reason, YouTube does not want to run. See if that helps. Nope.
From what I heard, the music includes I had it up. I was gonna make this an article, but I couldn't find any good ones.
Right?
It's going. No.
It's trying to.
Yeah, there's Groot. Wow.
No, I mean, so ours adding characters and such to me, what I was like fine with because they added the characters into where
Seems
they
that
are.
makes sense for them.
Where
Yeah.
this is just we're gonna throw Groot everywhere.
Oh yeah, it kind of is. No, I wasn't well informed on this. I saw it. I was like, I like Marvel. This is interesting.
What is this camera angle?
I don't know. But look, there's Groot. Wow.
Like,
He's sightseeing Earth.
but okay, so here's the other side of it. At least, like Peter Pan and such, who are apparently in this version. Also, I haven't actually been to the Japanese park, so I can't speak much of it.
Oh, yeah, Peter
But
Pan's
at least they all match the same aesthetic of the attraction.
Yeah.
He does not. He stands out.
Oh yeah. Look at Merida. That's cool.
And the brothers.
That's cool.
As bears.
I don't know. There's Groot.
Oh yeah, he really stands out.
Yeah, like he doesn't match like the same art style at all. He
stands
feels
out
like
so much.
Rapunzel.
He almost like you can't find him.
it feels like it's a cheap throw in just to make the attraction popular.
To
Yeah,
bring in
well,
a different audience.
Rocket Raccoon. But see, that's cute. I like that. I also saw like this was like a lot of the articles said that this was like a divisive decision. And I was like, I mean, not really.
You
I
got
think so.
Hercules.
Oh my god, dude, their Small World rocks.
No, so like again, I'm okay with like Hercules here. Again, his style matches still, so it still works. I'm okay with that.
What?
I think the Groot is just it's pushing too hard on the fact of we want more Groot cells.
Yeah. There's a hole.
Is that Hulk?
Oh my god, he's ugly. It's Smart Hulk too. That does not look like Mark Ruffalo. Okay,
But,
how come
like-
they match, but no one else did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do they. What the heck?
I don't know. This is a weird update to the attraction, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Ads.
We got an ad for Virgin Voyages. That's not Groot. Oh my god, there's still 7 minutes of this.
But now I'm invested in trying to figure out what other Groots they have on it.
Why is she in Egypt and not Moon Knight? Okay, now I'm invested. This is the Black Panther. Is it Shuri? No. Yes?
All right.
I can't tell if that's gold or not.
I think it is. I think it's Shuri.
I think it is. That's cute. I like that.
Again, I think my biggest issue so far has been how jarring he is compared to the other figures. Like some of the other characters aren't quite so jarring, but he is.
Why is it the white suit?
Why is it the white suit?
On top of that, why is it again? Well, like even the sculpt style was different than the other sculpt styles we've had.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's legitimately no consistency.
Oh my god! Star-Lord? Immediately great again. The Captain Marvel? Yeah. Why is she here? Why is Captain Marvel in Mexico?
This was a choice.
Oh, that makes sense. I like that. Why isn't it his newest suit, though? Oh my gosh. This is a lot more than I expected as well.
It
Yeah,
feels like they tried to put a Marvel skin on it to get more people to go onto it.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I expected like 2 Groots at most.
Or like one per room, but they put a lot. He's on fire. Oh no.
With a ukulele in Hawaiian clothing.
I'm for it.
Let's see. Oh, what is he playing a didgeridoo?
Yes.
Why is he playing a didgeridoo?
I love that.
Because he is Groot.
I mean, I think the scenes that it's just him don't bug me as much as where it's just Marvel characters.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I see why this is an 11-minute video now.
Do we see anything in the scene? Nope.
Oh my gosh. Is this their finale? It looks like it.
I think so.
I'm like hard scanning the room.
Like, because at this point, this is just the standard attraction for them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're really backed up.
As far as we
Yeah.
know, they're really backed up. Again, we don't know how theirs normally
That's true.
runs.
That's true. Yeah, he's not in the finale at all. Makes sense.
Maybe he's in the exit room.
I'd assume maybe. Oh yeah, he's on all the postcards.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not.
He's on some of the postcards.
Yeah. Okay. That was
So, yeah.
cute. Would have been better if Spider-Man was there, but
They probably couldn't get the rights.
for Tokyo?
I don't know, Justin. The attraction was a hodgepodge of items thrown together.
Yeah.
I mean, always it was beforehand too.
Their
No, I
animatronics seem to move better than ours.
I mean, that's not saying anything, Jamie. I don't know. Any other statements about Groot?
It's like,
Well, this is coming from allears.net. We're over to one of Jamie's articles, and new Disney World app update will change how you use the mobile order. I imagine if this is happening there, normally we get ours either around the same time or a month or two later. So a brand new update is rolling out to Disney World My Disney Experience app. This new update to the iOS version of the app will allow iPhone users to take advantage of the Apple's latest activities with dynamic island features when using the mobile order feature at the resort.
Oh, it's about time.
Right. When an order is made through the app, as usual, live activity on your iPhone's lock screen, as well as the tracker on the top of your screen, dynamic island for iPhone users, will activate, allowing you to track the mobile order status without reopening the app. We were able to update our app as soon as possible and give the new feature a test run while we were strolling around Epcot. As soon as we made our mobile order, the live activity popped up on our lock screen, along with a yes or no prompt asking if we would allow activities from Disney World. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Once we selected yes, the prompt disappeared, but the live activity remained. It also featured a clickable button that allowed us to alert us the dining location when we arrived. I like that.
Yeah.
Like your order number is easy to find. That's quick and easy.
Yep.
Tracking of our mobile order also appeared on the dynamic island. Again, why has this taken so long? Once we arrived at the Regal Eagles Smokehouse in the American Adventure Pavilion, we clicked the button without even opening the app and still received our meal. Our order was... I don't care what your order was. I'm sorry. A brand new update in the Walt Disney World app allows iOS users to take advantage of the... That's just going back over it. So cool. About time.
Yeah.
All honesty, something that simple, I imagine it's probably going to be rolled out over here, if not already. It has been done.
Yeah. Let me check. Grab my phone.
You'd have to order food right now.
Well, there would be an update on the App Store.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah. Cool deal.
About time.
Nice little... Yeah, about time. So, what is our next one? The next one is... Let's jump into it. Oh, it's time.
No. We have one more.
Right. This is a follow-up to discussion point last week.
Oh yeah, for more. Did you guys use the mobile order?
We did not use the mobile order.
Oh, I was trying to segue you.
No, we did not use the mobile order.
My app wasn't updated when we did do it at a different place.
We did go. Oh, I didn't pull up the photos. That's my bad. We did go over and try out the new Parkside restaurant.
It was surprisingly busy. Like they had people constantly checking it out.
Turn that one and turn that one and oop, not what I want you to do. You can go.
It really did fit that 50s vibe though. Of the outside construction. It carries on inside, I thought.
One second. I'm just trying to get this lined up.
George is struggling.
I'm not struggling. There we go. I'm just trying to make sure everything switches over properly and things don't get shown that they don't get shown. So yes, we went over to the Parkside Market. Here's the full menu in a better quality than we got from WDW. So on the cocktails, okay, hold on. So when you walk inside, you come in downstairs. Everything downstairs is just quick service. You walk up, order your food, get your food, go find a table, sit down, and eat. Now, we were notified when we walked inside and we were handed the menu that was just up on screen, that we could do that. Or if we go upstairs to the bar, we can sit at the bar or we can sit anywhere in the bar area and place our food and drink order up there and be served at our table. Mm-hmm. So if you're like me and you like to be served at the table, go upstairs.
Yes.
Better experience. Now, we'll pull back up the menu. So, first thing we ordered were our drinks. I went ahead and I had got, I'm trying to remember which one it was, the Morning Mist. It was a Garrison Brothers small batch bourbon, Earl Grey. I think that's what I got. I'm pretty sure this is what I got.
It was an old Western or old fashioned.
It was their version of an old fashioned. And Jamie went ahead and got the Brisk Breeze. I don't think we took a picture of that. However, we are going to go ahead and switch you back. We did get a video. That's not what I told you to do. Make this one big. We did get a video of them serving my drink. You stupid thing. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, it was a beautiful, smoky, old-fashioned.
Oh, you can catch a glimpse of mine right at the end.
It was fantastic. I don't think it was my favorite old-fashioned on property, but it was way up there. It was very, very smooth. Like, it was strong, but it did not taste of alcohol. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
My favorite one is probably still the bacon old fashioned over at the Pixar Place Hotel, because bacon, and it was very good bacon. But it was a very, very, very solid drink.
Okay.
We also ordered some food because we were hungry and it was lunchtime. So
we did a lot of walking that day. We both ended up ordering from Flip Pictures. Thank you. We both ended up ordering from Soul Sister. We both got one of the signature bowls. I did the beef bowl. Jamie did the chicken bowl. Jamie did his with noodles. I did mine with rice. This is the beef bowl. It was very good. The rice was very good. I wish there was more beef, but besides that, I had no complaints. This is Jamie's chicken bowl. Jamie, if you want to speak about it. I liked it. I had a couple issues with it because it is quick service. They throw the meat on and then give it to you. So the broccoli was cold. And with the warm meat, it was just weird. I personally didn't know this. I don't like those types of noodles. So I probably wish I would have gone with the rice afterwards, but tried it. Just not for me. I like the chicken better than the beef personally. George was the opposite way, like the beef better than the chicken. But it was good. The one problem we had, I think we both had with both of ours, we were hungry like 45 minutes later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So Would I get it again? Yes, if I was just doing like downtown Disney or I was on my way back to the hotel. But going back into the park, like by time we made it to, and mind you, we just stopped and we did some shopping on our way out to the park. But by the time we made it to almost Tomorrowland, I was already like, oh, I'm hungry. Like we legitimately stopped and got an entire box of popcorn and an entire bucket of popcorn and ate the entire thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the downside of it. It was really good food, but again, if you're going into the park, maybe order something else from one of the other menus. Unless Oriental food does completely fill you up on a normal basis.
And you're stuffed.
And you're, yeah.
Okay.
Because again, after spending, I think our meal came out to, was it $80 about?
I thought it was closer to 60.
Maybe
Yeah,
it was
how
close.
much? Go back to the menu. How much are the bowls?
18 and 18-ish a
Mhm.
piece.
Yeah. Okay.
Now it is time for us to start saying goodbye to Dinoland.
No.
Not the
Which-
dinos.
Jamie, it's well needed.
No. Yes.
I'm like, majority of this land is worthless.
Yes, but it's still sad to lose dinosaurs.
So, Walt Disney once said, "We keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things." This is coming out also by the out of WDW, actually WDWinfo.com. I think it's just WDW's page. Yeah.
No, you told me. It's your article. Actually, no, it's Jamie's article.
No, it's mine.
No, this is WDW Info. This is a page I didn't know about, so I guess new place to look for research. Thank you, Jamie.
Yeah.
We keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. It's that time. Several attractions at the Animal Kingdom are being replaced to make way for Tropical America, featuring the new Encanto-themed attractions. Sunday, January 12th, 2025, was the last day for Triceratops Spin, Fossil Fun Games, and Chester and Hester's Dino Treasures. Now, Justin, your biggest concern, the Dino Institute will be open, I believe, for the rest of this year.
Yes.
We went to say our goodbyes to this area. I liked it because it was something different in a Disney theme park. I don't think I ever played a game, but I enjoyed watching others enjoy themselves. And that is part of the reason this land is going away, because people like you did not spend money in the land. People like me didn't spend money either. I've never played one of the games either.
Yeah.
Though the first time I went to Animal Kingdom, the only thing in this land was digging for bones and the dinosaur attraction. And the last time I went there was during COVID, so nothing was open anyways. But
That's not true.
the last time I went to Animal Kingdom?
Yeah. Because you went to Animal Kingdom with me.
You're right. Because I went with, but I was focused on Papa.
Yeah.
Dinosaur will remain open though through 2025. The Boneyard, what?
Let's go.
The Boneyard, Restaurant's Dino Bite snacks, and Trio Bites will stay open for now with no closure dates announced. Then we got some pictures. In the new Tropical Americas area, there will be a totally different Indiana Jones experience in a preserved Mayan temple. No other Disney park has this experience. It's a Indiana Jones overlaid to Dinosaur. Dinosaur is the same track as Disneyland's Indiana Jones. So it's going to be a new story, but it's the same track.
Yeah.
If you are a fan of the movie Encanto, you will enjoy the new area based on the film. The area is predicted to open in 2027 with new location. This new location will be on 11 acres within Animal Kingdom with a large... I have no idea how's that. That will reportedly contain one of the largest quick service restaurants at Walt Disney World. I don't know why they're getting quick service. Disney World already had a lot of quick service. This could probably be a sit down. Especially Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is a lot of quick service. I'm reserving my judgment for this new area until it opens, but I don't understand having the same character in multiple parks. We already have the Encanto experience at Epcot and Indiana Jones and Disney Hollywood Studios. What am I missing? I mean, person, you're not wrong. I like your art.
those experiences getting shut down.
The Encanto experience just opened.
Oh, the Indiana Jones one's probably going to get shut down because
That's been there
Performers.
since Spark opened.
performers.
Yeah, and performers. I don't know. Again, the loss of Dinoland doesn't bug me. Bringing in Indiana Jones and Encanto, I don't know if necessarily is the correct fit for Animal Kingdom.
I mean, was Avatar?
No, absolutely not. And I'm still on the boat that is mad that Beastly Kingdom was canceled for Avatar.
Yep.
But I don't know. I think Dinoland needed to change. Be it either Disney went back and rethemed it more into dinosaurs, or we maybe got a new like Asian country here instead, kind of like what they've been doing. But I don't know. It doesn't. I'm not sad seeing the roadside attraction in the middle of a Disney park go away, but at the same time,
What?
it's a Disneyland was built as with the idea that this was not going to be a cheap roadside attraction idea, and then Disney and I don't even think this part of the land opened in 98. I think this came like a couple years later, so in the thousands, and said, let's build a themed roadside attraction in the park. Like, Jamie, legitimately, this land is on top of a created, it was not there before, a created parking lot in order to give it proper theming. This land does not fit in with Animal Kingdom. The Dino Institute was there before, and where the Boneyard Pit was, those were there before, and those themings feel like they were thought out. Like, the idea was they were going to build off of the Dino Institute and go more that route. Yeah. And then somebody was like, we don't got money. Let's go buy carny rides and fill in the space.
Carny rides.
Do you have any sad remarks, Chubb?
No.
My only comment is I'm sad to see dinosaurs leave.
I don't remember going there my first time to Animal Kingdom. All I remember is dinosaur, obviously. And then even
your mom probably skipped the land.
I don't remember. And even our most recent trip, I think we ate at Restaurantosaurus. But like, I don't even know. I don't remember. I remember going on Dinosaur because Dinosaur's awesome. It's like Indiana Jones, but slightly better, but also slightly worse at the same time.
Let's see. I'm trying to see real fast. So yeah. Primeval Whirl, the coaster that was there. So Triceratops Spin opened in 2001. This was a conscious decision 3 years after the park opened to add this to the park. This was part of phase 2 for the park.
Wow.
We lost Beastly Kingdom and got Triceratops Spin. I don't know. I may be a little salty on that one.
No, you have the right to.
Okay.
Speaking of getting angry.
So, our final article of the evening. This has been a long one.
Yeah.
Go for it, Jub. This is your article.
Okay, so Spider-Man's getting another relaunch of Amazing Spider-Man #1. And you're asking yourself, this character's, 60 years old? Why is he having another #1? And the reason is, oh my god, I don't like that at all. Because they don't know what to do with him. He's been having a rough time with multiple writers on the book. So they're relaunching him starting in April, I think the current writer is going to be able to finish off his run, or her run, excuse me. And then I think she's like dual writing it too. It's not even just her. And then one of the other writers that writes with her on it is going to headline the book now, I believe. And we were discussing this earlier. Jamie asked, like, why would a character have another number one? And it's because it's not like a reboot. It's more so like a restart, I guess, but that's not even correct. It's just like a new story line, so to speak, is where it's starting.
A new multiverse.
No, because it's still the same universe. So the current run right now, and why even I take issue with it, is it's leading into the overarching event that's starting in February. That's one world over Doom, where Doom has taken over the world finally. So in canon right now, Doctor Doom is the Sorcerer Supreme, which is interesting and cool. But I guess there's this task that Doctor Strange would just take on himself and do every year. But that's beneath Doom. So he doesn't ask. He demands that Spider-Man does it instead. Okay? So Spider-Man goes to Strange to learn mystic arts and spells to take on this task. So you have Spider-Man casting spells.
Spider-Man multi-classes?
And fighting demons. Which, like, fighting the demons isn't weird. But it's more so, like, why is he fighting these things with spells instead of being Spider-Man? And, like, it just doesn't work for me. I'm still
Strange
buying
is cool.
them. What was that?
Strange is cool.
Okay, but this isn't the Doctor Strange book.
Yeah, but Strange
This is
should
the
move into
Spider-Man
more.
book.
Yeah, but Spider-Man's kind of old. Nobody cares.
He's
Bro.
like 60 now.
Bro.
Obviously, Strange is the best, villain. Not villain, hero.
But that article's talking about the variant covers on that first issue, because this was announced mid-December. I just missed it, I guess, for that episode. But yeah, this is announcing variant covers for that, which that's cool. The rebrand seems to be like really pulling into his rogues gallery and just playing with a lot of the classic villains.
What is this face?
You're on us. I don't know what you're looking at.
Oh, my bad. I was trying to scroll through so we would see. So that was the first one. That's the second one.
The main cover.
What is this face?
It's funny.
It looks like other things.
What?
He looks like he's having a hard time in the bathroom.
And I can't tell which one it is.
I don't like that.
I hate that one. I think the suit looks cool. The mask is ugly.
Also, I hate the fact that there's more like a realistic look spider, but on top of that, why is the spider backwards? Like, we should be looking at the belly of the spider.
I don't know, man.
Unless Spider-Man's just floating in air and not holding onto a window. I'm very confused by this picture.
I like that one.
I like this one. That's it.
Yeah, so go back up to the... Can you make the images full screen? One down. That one. So this is the default cover. Oh, the reader view, it's like squished on our side. That's weird. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of characters here, a lot of villains here that, like, some of them even I don't know. So they're gonna be playing a lot with his rogues gallery, it seems. The article goes into detail about how, like, I guess one of them is orchestrating this all. And there's a spider villain that we haven't seen in 7 years of publication. So, I'm excited.
Who?
It's something new, something fresh, maybe.
Which heroes, which villains coming back after 7 years? Because I don't.
I
see
don't
what comics.
know. I don't think they list it.
Okay. Interesting.
Oh, here I have it on my phone. Yeah, they don't say.
Huh. Okay. Well, I think that's it.
This is a long one.
I mean, we only have recorded 2 hours and 47 minutes live.
That's a long one.
This was a long one. Jamie, again, always fun having you along.
Happy to be here.
Justin, this is what you're supposed to be doing, so congrats. You did what you're supposed to.
Come down to the couch more often.
Maybe.
I maybe get articles, sooner than like the last second.
Listen, man, a lot of my articles came out today. I got you fresh, hot, straight off the presses news. You'd argue.
Anywho, you made it to this part of the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you made it to this part of the video and you haven't liked or subscribed, I'm really surprised.
What are you still doing here without liking or subscribing?
That is a valid comment down there. Jub, what's the random comment?
Random comment for today is Rhino's. I can't have you say constipated. Rhino's face.
No. Rhino's face.
Rhino's face.
Sure. Until next time. See you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.